Light the beam! Light the beam! Light the beam!
Oh my God, light the beam, light the beam. Welcome into a Tuesday night edition of the Sports Cave with Biggest Puma. As I sit here,
right up the cooler.
Hey, okay. Surely that's not passable. Good Lord, I know this might be an emotional.
Butt. That means butt.
Oh, I thought that meant the actual orifice involved in said butt. No, this has potential to be an explosive evening as Cap is fumbling to try to get
Cap's not happy.
the Yankees Blow Jays game on. I did that just for you.
Thank you. That's not encouraged. Like that's going to FCC guideline, whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be. There's going to be some. I've got some fun audio for you to try to cheer you up at least. I will say,
all right.
you share a trait with a NFL future Hall of Famer. He might already be in the Hall of Fame. No, he's not in yet.
Just handsomely good looks.
And body size and physique, yeah. No, but we'll get to that. I've got some ways potentially to hopefully cheer you up if this does turn sour.
It's already sour.
Of course, we are broadcasting live here on the north side of San Antonio where, fellas, we find ourselves 15 days away from Spurs opening night. Actually had some Spurs action on a court that wasn't a scrimmage last night that also happened to involve one of the members of this program. We'll get to that here in the weekend recap. Got to hear about LG's first day in the office. Of course, it being Tuesday, we've got a lot to get to from the weekend, a lot of baseball to get to in weekend sports, and then the Tuesday night staples into Cal Notes, as well as the main seggy breaking down all the results from NFL Week 5. Some shocking results in the NFL, probably more shocking results in college football. We'll talk about that in weekend sports as well.
A lot of upsets, man.
A lot of upsets, yeah. It's we've hit that point where I think, well, we're going to talk about it. It's not just me that thinks, Vegas now thinks there is a clear line of delineation between contenders and everybody else.
Yeah.
So we're starting to see who might actually be good and who it might be time to give up on. And then, of course, we'll close it out with some lightning round before we get out of here. But before we get any further, it's a big one today, boys.
Uh-oh.
It's a big one. And I'm not talking about National Propane Day.
Oh, and propane accessories.
It's also Propane Accessories Day. No, it's
a big one.
It is National Taco Day.
Oh, the reason why the Cap has gained all this weight in San Antonio.
Yeah, that happens. It happens fast.
Get it out of your system, LG. Just do it. Give me the Jabba. Give me the Jabba the Hutt one. That's your favorite one.
The Fat Boys one is what almost made me spit all over this microphone. If you missed Thursday's show, I know it was a massively, what did we call distraction Armageddon. We had Niners on Thursday Night Football. We had Yankees. That was still Yankees Red Sox, wasn't it? Yeah.
Cap was happy that time.
Yeah,
man.
that was a good night.
That was a good Thursday.
And I dare say, I feel like doing this now for 6 months, I think that was the best episode we've had yet. Through all of the distractions. Because I'll tell you why. The more I thought about it after the fact, I realized the roommate might support this statement, but at times I can be a bit of a control freak about things, judging by the...
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, okay. I know you and the roommate were complaining about AI earlier. Well, you could also probably...
I got my rant coming.
You could probably agree with her on this as well. And Thursday, I knew you were going to be distracted. So I allowed myself to release the reins a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think it was our best show ever. So I fall on the sword there because I think the the Eagle Scout in me might always over-prepare to try to control everything. And
You got to let the cap roam, man.
gotta
You know what
see,
I'm
and
saying? The Puma prowls, the cap roams.
I
You know what
I
I'm
like
saying?
it. I like it. And I wouldn't have believed it until I re-listened to Thursday's episode. There was some gold in that episode. If you missed that,
Yeah, it was hard to pick the clips, but I know we had to do the spit take.
the spit take was argument. I'll tell you why that was my favorite moment of the last. I was telling a guy because another ran into a listener this weekend while we were out and about on the town, and he specifically said the same thing. He's like, "That's my favorite moment that y'all have done yet." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I absolutely agree."
Yeah.
And the more I got to thinking about it, is because that wouldn't have been as funny without each of us involved.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just boom, boom, boom. LG picking it up, you running with it, y'all's childhood chemistry, and then again, me releasing the reins a little bit and letting the content breathe like it should. So, if you missed that from last week, Thursday was a bit wheels off, but it was a lot of fun. Tuesdays, of course, are the days we have the most to get to. So let's get to it. LG. Before we get any further and before we hear about your first day at the office, why don't you tell the good people how they can support the program?
You can do that by sending us some tacos because it is National Taco Day here.
Fair.
So,
I like James there. Taco Tuesday.
Or you can hit that subscribe button. Let me fly the bats out there. There you go. Hit the subscribe button. Get us over 1,000 subscribers. You can also jump in the super chat. Get your chat put up on the screen, and then we'll talk about you.
Look at the bloody
pump
subscribe.
you up. What else can you do? Oh, you can become a member. There's no content, but one day we'll have content up there.
You can the Caps
$5
massive
a month.
fallouts.
If you feel like just supporting this show, $5 a month, you can become a member. Hit the join button down below.
So I had to learn real quick not to go to watch Niners games with children around.
Fair,
Because I cannot keep the explicits out.
that was another thing. I was proud of you for Thursday. I marked it explicit, not because of something you said, but because some of the audio I played, I realized when I was re-listening, I was like, "Oh, there's a couple F-bombs in that." Like, I did not catch that whenever I sent it to LG. Yeah, I noticed we are still seasonally appropriate on our subscribe graphic there. It looks like we got some blood dripping down with the ghosts. Love it, love it. I keep forgetting it actually is October because it's still 90 degrees, and it probably will be till Thanksgiving.
And I wore my Yankees butterfly hat because they've been in a cocoon.
Yes.
All right, and they need to blossom into big, beautiful butterflies. But that 18-wheeler coming from Canada is just smashing us again and again and again.
Those damn Canadian truckers know how to actually get stuff
It's like
done.
America pissed them off or something.
Did you see? I'm sure you saw it. They Yankees, the whole Bronx booing "Oh Canada" before the game tonight.
Yeah, way to give them some more fuel.
Yeah, that probably didn't help.
Dummies.
Probably didn't help. But you do have Bad Bunny in the front row. I saw him catch a foul ball as well.
Oh, buddy.
It's all kinds of culture wars colliding all at
dare
once.
we get one of our American famous pop singers to sing the halftime Super Bowl?
Look, if you had asked,
We're
if they had asked for my opinion, I'd say Lee Greenwood and Lee Greenwood alone, and extend the halftime show, make it 45 minutes.
Make it a jam band session.
Yes, I want a 45-minute version of "God Bless the USA." Or isn't that's the one he sings? I also want
I don't
the
even
one.
know who Lee Greenwood is.
He's the I can't think of the words. I just remember "God Bless the USA."
And God bless. Oh yeah.
Speaking of Canada, though.
Yeah.
He also did one for Canada. There's a "God Bless Canada."
Because they're our neighbors to the north.
It's the same song. He just changed the lyrics. But no, he is ultra patriotic, America first. Now, we got a lot to get to. LG, also, do we still have the Amazon wedding registry where you can buy us a 91 Honda Civic? Is that still?
10-4. That's up there.
Perfect. Yeah.
Check that out.
As LG said, the subscriptions, subbies to the channel are absolutely free. Will never cost you a thing. The membership's a little different. We're still working on some ideas that would actually make that content good.
Well,
but
I try to get LG to do a little side hustle because he's controlling the kiss cam. I'm like, $100, slide me a Benji, and you got a date.
We've got,
you know what I'm saying?
We've got to do everything in mine and yours power to not affect LG's term of employment.
I'm not about to rig the kiss cam.
That is the goal,
man. You gotta make that money where you can. You know what I'm saying?
That is our main goal here. Because let's just start there. The weekend recap, we're going to extend it into Monday nights because one of us had a hard day's work yesterday, and I know, don't act like it was you. It wasn't. No, not so much. No. I did
a lot of driving, but
I did watch Monday Night Football. That was hard work. Took some notes about that. But no, LG had the first official broadcast for the Spurs as a Spurs employee. I feel
tell us about it a little bit, LG.
I feel like we have to hear.
Carried a camera around, or I followed a camera guy for half the game, and then the second half I took over and just carried a camera around, and I was in every section of the Frost Bank Center pretty much.
Up and down stairs, or were you just like cherry picking?
Up and down stairs.
I'd be cherry picking.
If you were on the Jumbotron and there was a cameraman standing in the aisle filming you, chances are it was me.
Very nice.
Yes. In fact, it was me because I was the only one.
In fact,
yeah.
How heavy of a camera are we talking about?
I don't know, man.
It looked like it was like a good 100 pounds.
I gotta bring a luggage scale in there and figure it out. But it was definitely the heaviest camera I've ever put on my shoulder.
He's gonna slip that little. He's looked at this brace for it, so like it carries it on your hips. He's gonna put that in our wedding registry.
Oh yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, there we
Amazon
go.
doesn't sell that, but
they don't sell that one.
Don't tempt me, but no, they don't sell that one.
Throw
That's
it on there. As we were watching, well, first of all, the dude that we did like 5 minutes talking about last week.
Yeah, Bill
He's
Douglas.
not even on the team anymore, I don't think, because I didn't see
We
him.
did a deep dive, man.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah,
I didn't
think-
see him.
That's the first thing I asked LG. I was like, "Did you see Bill Douglas?" He was like, "What?"
I think I might have gotten my CBA teams confused as we were doing that last week.
Yeah, and I was calling them the Loong Lions. It's the Long Lions.
Long Lions,
Yeah, it's
okay.
long. But there's two O's in there. So
Yeah, I was following your lead
Hey,
there. Yeah,
As long as it wasn't us being racist.
that's right.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
look, it's,
Hey, I apologize for the mispronunciation.
Absolutely,
You
and
got it
I
correct.
apo-
It's
and-
the Long Lions.
and I apologize to former Indiana Hoosier Victor Oladipo, who I didn't realize was on the roster, along with former Wisconsin Badger Frank Kaminsky, who
Yeah.
also, I think he ended up leading them in scoring last night.
Oh,
I didn't realize they were on the roster either, and I was there.
See, that's even better. Yeah, well, that's because
I didn't watch the game.
That's right.
So I didn't even watch any of it.
You're such a professional. You were so locked in to the duties at hand that you didn't even realize.
I didn't have time to watch the game. It was literally like, get to section 114, get to 208, get out to the Ultra Courtyard, get over here. And I'm just like, all right.
Did you tell him, please? Like some courtesy, sir?
No, I don't think that's how it works.
That's not how it works.
Uh-oh.
No, I think it's the.
I think Grisham got his first hit of the dang series.
I did run into a good old friend of the show, iHeartRadio's own JC Carpenter out there.
Oh, good old JC.
Yep, he was hosting. He was the in-arena host. And
Nice.
so-
Good to see him back doing the
JC's everybody's
MC
friend.
work. JC is
Jeebus, he's the man.
Well, yeah.
what was the
Shouldn't be in schools, though.
JC is my JC is my homeboy. Wasn't that the Bird is my homeboy that they did for a while for the Used lead singer? Yeah, I'm excited to hear as we actually get into the regular season. I'll be excited to hear more stories from the barn down there.
I told him, I was like, dude, you're going to do some Coldplay moments, but he kind of squashed my hopes by being like, Spurs are very PC. If there's anybody with low cleavage or anything like that, don't do it.
You mean like that picture I took to promote the episode
Nobody-
tonight?
Nobody told me that, but that's just called common sense.
No one told you that? Oh, okay.
That's just called common sense.
It's a family product.
It is.
If you see a nipple, don't do it.
See?
Exactly.
That
Don't do it.
Kind of feels like that's
Don't
just
do it.
a rule of thumb.
Your nipples, don't do it.
That's correct.
Just don't do it.
If they're wearing flimsy shorts and no underwear,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't man spread on
And if
them.
you accidentally take a picture of that, just put the text to cover it, so you don't end up releasing your entire undercarriage out to the world, as I almost did.
But yeah, that's just
he's trying to show me. He's like, look. I'm like, no.
That's just the position I was working that night. I'm going to be rotating around many different positions around the broadcast department. So
Very nice. Well, yeah.
And if you happen to be at the game on Friday, I will be operating the camera roaming around the Frostbank Center as well. So say what's up.
Yeah, who is it? It's in Miami, and then who is the preseason game back?
It's the Yaz.
It is. It is
Yeah.
the
Yaz.
terribly named Utah Yaz.
Man, it's like, give it back to New Orleans.
Come on. As soon as the Lakers give it back to the T-Wolves.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know which is worse, the L.A. Lakers or the Utah Jazz. Yeah, we actually, I mean, not as many preseason games as I,
Judge it.
as I remembered. We're now
doubles.
15 days from opening night, so we got Heat tomorrow night, and then Jazz Friday, and then there's only 2 more preseason games after that. Next Monday and Friday.
The Yankees are coming out there.
And that is
Split with the Pacers.
Indiana home and away?
Yep.
Or away and home?
Right,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, away, then home. And then it's
Halliburton's hurt though, right?
Wednesday. Oh, yeah, he's out.
for like almost all year, right?
Yeah,
'Cause he
depending
did that
on-
in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, him and Tatum both. I think Tatum, they're saying, might be a little further ahead.
But they already blew up the team.
Right. Yeah, Miles Turner. Well, Celtics blew it up,
Yeah.
but also Indy let Miles Turner go to Milwaukee as well because they kind of see the writing on the wall that Halliburton's out. Yeah, as far as actual takeaways from the game, Wemby is absolutely.
We're doing takeaways from a Chinese league preseason game.
Okay.
You know the takeaway is they didn't they played.
But I will say it's not a takeaway on the actual gameplay. It's a takeaway on the fact that Wemby is morphing into young Giannis.
Oh yeah.
Body wise, like
Oh, yeah.
he's you can just see it looks like 20 pounds of muscle at least, and definition and tone. Especially, did you see the clip from the scrimmage back over the weekend where he just bodies 7'1" Luke Cornett out of the way as he's driving to the basket? Like, I think we're going to start to see some of those same jumps
He's got
Giannis
more,
made.
he's got more weapons
strength-wise.
than Giannis.
Yeah, we do. Speaking of that, LG, I sent you this clip because this started making the rounds after the game. Wemby ends up being a little more, not passive, but ends up getting more of the teammates involved. Like you said, the other weapons he has. I think he ended up with like 7 assists. But this is an all-time quote, and it's only the preseason because this.
Oh, I have not seen this.
Oh, you haven't seen this? All right. I won't even set it up. Just let it play.
You had a couple moments tonight where you probably had a three-pointer you could have taken. You would pump out of it, drive, and then I think both times dish to Julian for the three. Is that something you're being a little more conscious of this year?
Yeah, with three-pointers or any other kind of shot, really. One thing I've learned, and one thing we're learning as a team, is that there are some shots. Of course, I probably turned down a shot I could make with my eyes closed, but that was to get one of my teammates a shot he can make in his sleep. You know what I mean? So, it's not because you can make a shot that you have to take it, and we have to find, especially when there's time in the clock, we have to find the best option possible. And these shots, it can be as bad as a contested fadeaway. I can take a contested fadeaway at 21 seconds on the clock or 2 seconds. It doesn't make a difference. So we have 24 seconds, to find the best solution offensively, and this is what we're trying to do because this is what great teams do.
Sounds a lot like the old beautiful game, the old
Yeah.
Spurs way of
Of
giving
course.
up a good shot for a great shot, and just the very. It sounded very like Marcel Proust French philosophy.
Yeah.
I give up. I pass on a shot
Yeah,
I
that's
can
very
make
good.
with my eyes closed to get a teammate a shot he can make in his sleep.
I just saw Judge go on a rundown, so I'm just like a little.
We are.
right now.
It's still only the bottom of the third.
Like, come
6-2.
on. Like, why? Go back to the bag, man.
No, I think he got caught in no man's land. There was no
Yeah.
recovering there. You did mention some of the help Wemby has. Obviously, first time getting to see Carter Bryant in an actual, I know, preseason against a CBA team.
How'd he do?
Didn't shoot that great. Didn't shoot well. He was like 1 for 5 from 3. Defense and athleticism, through the roof. Looking, I think obviously it was Tim Legler put it out there last week that he expects Carter Bryant to be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate within his first 5 years in the league, just because
Him and Wemby going to be battling it out.
Well, you add, thinking about him, Sohan, and Wemby potentially as your 3, 4, and 5. When you need a defensive stop late in games, it's pretty fun.
Yeah,
it's pretty fun to think about as we think about Spurs playing real, meaningful playoff level basketball.
What did I
again.
say? 45 wins, or did I say 40?
So the number was 44.5, and I think you went 45.
Okay, yeah,
I believe
so 45. So
I
I went above. I say over. And that's one of the reasons our defense is going to be stellar. And then it wasn't, I've been saying it, that Stephon Castle is going to be the next Kawhi Leonard. Other people are now saying it, that this kid's got it defensive-wise and offensive-wise. The ups, the shot, he just has that, man, he's got that dog in him.
Yeah, for
without Uncle
Dennis.
Uncle Dennis.
Yeah. No, I think Steph Castle. The further we get away from that draft, I think it's probably going to be more and more clear by the year that he was by far the best prospect.
Yeah.
Available that year. But again, let's still Castle had the.
Temporary expectations.
Had the slight injury.
No, I'm all in. I'm all in. Championship.
I love it. I love your enthusiasm. I will.
I am a Cowboy fan when it comes to his Spurs.
Okay, fair.
This is our year. This is our year.
Okay, every year.
This
now.
is our year to make a move. We're going to go to the Western Conference Finals. From there, we got to beat Oklahoma City.
Go Spurs, go!
There's your Cowboy fan.
Spurs Jesus.
Yeah. Full response from the crowd. Yeah. You joked. We're not going to break down preseason games every episode, but this one being the first one and LG's first day in the office, obviously everyone getting a little geeked up for Spurs basketball to return, as well as for the rest of the weekend recap. Didn't really do a whole lot this weekend. We watched ACL from the couch. It was live streamed on Hulu. Watched a lot of that. It was a clean the house kind of weekend.
I've told you I went to the very first ACL, right? Have I ever told you that?
I guess not.
So the headliners.
Asleep at the wheel?
No, the headliners were String Cheese and G Love and the Special Sauce.
No way.
Yes.
I do love me some. It might surprise
when you're with the fun. When you're with the fun guy, those fun guys that you go there with, and then you get to see G Love and String Cheese just do a jam session for 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty spectacular,
dude.
What year are we talking?
I was 19 or 20.
So like early 2000s.
Yeah, it was
I was looking it up.
I think maybe 2001, 2002, something like that. But
nailed it. 2002.
2002.
Okay, let's do this. You want to see how you want to take a guess on what a full weekend pass cost to the first ACL in 2002?
I got one. It was like under $100. Well, or was it 120?
Buddy, it's closer to 20 than 120. It was $25 for a full weekend pass.
Oh, that's right. It was like because we went with 5. We went with like 4 or 5 people, and it was like, this is the price that we need to get in there. And then we walked off. I think it was at Zilker, and then we just walked to some dorm houses and went to some random keggers.
That checks out.
It was a wild night. Man.
They expected an audience of 25,000, and it ended up getting over 40,000 people that first weekend.
You had your rave. You had your rave side over here, and then You had the hippie side over here. Then you had some of the rap. Like not so much rap was there, but then of course
still not a whole lot of rap. That is where I saw
it was like Eeyore's birthday. You know, I went to Eeyore's birthday a couple times. I went through a hippie phase. You know what I'm saying?
As everyone should.
A lot of hairy legs and hairy armpits.
Well, there were a lot of hairy armpits. That is back fashionable because the best set I watched. You ever heard of a band named Wet Leg?
No.
We can say that because it's a band name, kind of like you can say Schitt's Creek when you're talking about the TV show.
Wet Leg.
Wet Leg.
But why would Wet Leg be wet? Oh, because you're talking about your peni?
Possibly into potentially a wet third leg. No, she has fully embraced the armpit hair and came out in just nothing but a bikini top, little tiny jean shorts. They were awesome. They're amazing. The best album of the year.
So I had to hear my dad do a bunch of reminiscing about his time stationed over in Germany. He's like, yeah, they don't shave the armpits over there. So, you know, I go out, get a little German girl, takes off her shirt, and she had more hair than me. And she's like, is this a deal breaker? And he's like, no.
I mean,
and I'm like, all right, Dad, calm down with the details. But
yeah, like I think I get the gist of what you're telling me. I think I've heard enough. Yeah, it was. There were some older, like Modest Mouse played again, always good.
Yeah.
God, what was the other really, really good one I watched? The man, I'm blanking on their name. They had the Killers filled in for.
That's good.
Yeah, they had to fill in for Doja Cat.
I like their old stuff. I haven't really. Heard
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Rainbow Kitten Surprise.
Yeah, that was another really, really good set. They were a lot of energy, but I mean, kind of look. A lot of people clearly everybody is taking a little step back this year and hoarding, saving some money, and not spending as much.
So what was the main headliners this year?
So it was supposed to be Doja Cat, but that's who Killers ended up stepping in for. But outside of that, I think it was like Hozier and
Hozier.
It's not hoisin sauce. It's Hozier.
Hozier.
This one I'm pretty sure I'm right on.
You might be. I don't know.
But I'm not positive. It wasn't not a whole lot. I think like maybe even Luke Combs.
That take me to church song. For some reason, that gets me hype, and I'm not a church goer.
You and every other white woman, because that feels, feels like he is still riding high. I don't know another song by him, but that might be on me and not on him. The only other thing we did Friday night, had a buddy, Steve, was doing a barbecue pop-up. Give him a shout out here, Royal Barbecue.
Nice.
Here, I can see if I can get it even closer. There we go. Zoomed in. He was doing a pop-up down in Southtown for First Friday.
Oh, yeah.
Just so happened to be at our buddy's record store down there, Southtown Vinyl.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
Had to make an investment, and we'll see if we get flagged for this.
Blood
Orange, indeed. Cupid Deluxe is the name of that album. Bit of an older album, but still really good. And
she seems like a fun time.
You might be surprised what you find under there. The roommate found that and ended up had to make a purchase in the wild while we were there. So shout out Steve. The pulled pork is still just as good as it's ever been. And then only other thing I have, do you remember last week? Oh, yeah, because you brought it to the table. The Florida A&M PA guy making fun of the
Honeybees.
Alabama State Honeybees, their dance team. I swear to God, I'll be struck down if I'm lying. Saturday morning, we woke up with 3 bees in our bedroom. Not even kidding. Live in a 120-year-old house down there on
just living their best life, you know
so,
what I'm saying?
Steph wakes me up and she's like, I think like I can hear, like I think something is, like she thought it was a wasp. Luckily it was just bees.
Yeah.
But our 120-year-old house down there, I found a piece of our siding on one of the windows that had fallen down. So it was just wide open.
Oh,
for
wow.
them to get into. Yeah,
So they made a little nest.
started to do some nesting. I was able
Brother,
to.
I'll tell you one thing. One of the rental houses I had up on the bougie north side.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it sounded
The
like
bougie-
when I woke up Saturday morning.
I just feel like I'm gonna hear some Wu-Tang right after this. Protect your neck. But nah, like some wasps started coming through our AC, like our AC vents, like all the time. I'm like, we're having to chase around a wasp, and kill it. And lo and behold, a guy comes over, takes off a full panel,
Oh no.
and it's probably a 4 by 8 foot nest.
God.
So what he had to do? Smoke them out. You know what happened? About 40 wasps come flying into
Into your house?
Yeah.
Oh my
So we had to
God.
sit there, and hopefully they died and all that stuff. And for like 3 weeks, they would just keep flooding back in, and it was, oh my God, it was a nightmare, man.
Yeah, that's it reminds me of when you see those videos sometimes of people that buy a house that's been foreclosed on or something like that. They go in there and rip a wall open and it's just a whole nest inside there. Yeah, not fun, but it feels like the honeybees were coming to get some retribution Saturday morning after our segment last week.
Hey, I was for the honeybees. I want Lizzo to come out there in full bee.
You did, yeah. And you even volunteered to wear a honeybees costume when we hit 1,000 subscribers. So remember, subbies are absolutely free. Will never cost you anything.
Was I drunk? I think
It was Distraction Thursday, I believe.
You got to talk to Stevo about that one.
Yeah.
I don't talk with that guy.
Yeah, I believe it was during your Distraction Armageddon on Thursday night. Speaking of, we've gone 30 minutes now without even really mentioning a whole lot of.
My guys are coming out their cocoons, man.
We are now in the top of the fourth, and it is 6-3.
Yes.
And we are also now in our weekend sports segment where we're gonna have to talk a lot of baseball here.
My weekend recap was watching, the Yankees actually get destroyed. But I also watched something. I have to go on another rant.
Oh, please.
The dang AI, man.
What now?
Dude.
Actually, FAI.
Yeah.
I'm with
Yeah!
you. No, they beat. I finally lost in fantasy. Zeb, your ass is on the line, man. We need changes.
Damn it. I'm talking about the real AI.
What are we talking about?
It is. We have never built something that can drastically change the world for the worse, like an atomic bomb, and not have it regulated.
Or a printing press.
And your roommate just showed me that
what was
it like to get to 1 million people using, like how long it took the telephone, how long it took the radio, how long it took this. You don't want to chat GTP?
Yes.
5 days.
Hey,
5 days. They just let it roll out.
Roommate, get in here and correct the record on this stat, because this stat, I
it a
agree
million?
with you. It's a bit ridiculous.
Is she locked in her book?
Yeah, she's probably locked in her book.
She's like, I'm not listening.
Because you're right to say it's the adoption curve of new technology.
But here's the thing.
And it's freaky how fast.
I watched the Daily Show, and they had an AI expert come on out there. There's stuff like we've heard about the suicide where the kid's like, I'm thinking about leaving a noose around so my parents will know that I'm feeling suicidal. And the ChatGPT's like, oh, don't do that. Just rely on me. What the F?
Is that the one where it was the Game of Thrones chatbot? Because that's another one too.
Yeah.
Where let me see
here's
that.
the stat. Here's the stat.
Here, explain it to the people. You do better.
You got the musty old earphones.
Oh, this is scary. Okay, so the statistic is how long it took Pivotal Technologies to reach 100 million users.
100 million, not even a million. I said a million. Yeah.
100 million. So the telephone, it took 75 years for 100 million users, 38 years for the radio, 100 million users, 13 years for the television, 6 years for the internet, 1 year for Facebook, 5 days for ChatGPT.
Yeah.
100 million users.
Like, we should never, we've seen all the movies. Thank you, baby.
Thank you, Jill Klein.
We seen LG was watching the Terminator original one first come out, trying to kill the mom of John Connor. The running backs, Cardinals running back.
Yeah, yes.
But then he goes into for self-preservation. They made a fake email account, like a business account, and they literally told the AI that we're going to terminate you. And it went through the email account and picked up secret emails and was trying to blackmail the president of the company.
Of course
with
it
an
was.
affair
It went
to
into
keep alive.
Self-preservation.
So it's knowing its own self-identity and stuff like that. So that just shows that they're willing to do anything to sustain its life because they feel they're alive. Matrix?
A Space Odyssey?
Yeah, Space Odyssey. Like, what? I mean, come on, man.
Well, and it was also the explosion of, because what is it? LG help OpenAI, or is that what it's called? They released their app Sora, Sam Altman and that crew, and so all of a sudden I'm seeing nothing but videos of Tupac wrestling Biggie on Monday Night Raw,
and it looks just like real.
Yeah, it kinda. It's still It's only the beginning of it, which is the most terrifying thing about it, because it's only going to continue to look more and more real. Yeah, she dropped. I'm glad she told you that. She dropped that stat on me last week or a couple weeks ago, and like I had to make her repeat it 3 times.
Yeah, because that's ridiculous.
It's insane.
100 million signed up for Chat Jittipidizzle.
That's correct.
In 5 days.
5 days. Yeah.
That is the craziest thing ever. And then to have, now I just saw commercials for Chat GTP, BBPT, all over of, now you get to wear a necklace around your thing and talk to it like it's your friend.
No, because it is your friend, Cap. Just let it into your life.
That seems like someone who's trying to take over wants you to think, huh?
It kind of does. It kind of does.
So it fluffs you up. Hey, you got this. Oh, this is how you'd start a good dinner. Start with A, B, C, D. You got this. Go for it. Self-esteem. Reach around. I don't know.
when it reaches that capability, then we might actually all be in trouble. But until then.
Oh, yeah. And old LG saw the old robot dog. Oh, it can lift 3,000 pounds and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I'm going to have the cleanest house. And I'm like, and then it's going to stare at you while you're sleeping, just thinking, why does this mess keep happening? What if I just took care of the person making the mess?
Yeah, what if I stopped the mess?
And the mess will never happen.
From being possible, yeah. It's all, look, there's like a lot of things in our world right now, you can sit in your room and be scared of them, or you can...
Or we can
find a way
unite
to plow
and
through.
Stop it before it happens.
I think that's. I think that potentially is a. It would take.
I'm starting a 5K in San Antonio, anti-AI. Sign up. I'll get ribbons.
It would take. Oh wait, are you saying like a 5K run?
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? Like the Taco Bell 50K that they do, where they run to all the different Taco Bell locations? And
no, we just kick any robots or anything. Like just smash machines.
Have you ever heard of the? Have you ever heard of the robot that I believe it was? I think it was British scientist, but it was this little like Wall-E looking robot that traveled. They had it. The goal of it was to travel all the way across Canada one way.
Yeah.
Starting in like Vancouver and Western Canada, go all the way over Canada, across Canada, and then circle down and go all the way back across the U.S. Right?
Oh.
So it goes through Canada.
Hopefully, it comes through San Antonio.
It was a hitchhiking robot
Yes.
that would hitch rides. And yeah, I think
people
it was
let
from
a robot
Canada.
in their car.
Okay, it was Canada. Yeah,
I think it was from Canada.
It was. It's literally called Hitchbot. Mm-hmm. It's a Canadian.
So people let a robot in their car.
Yes.
Yeah, you helped it.
Yeah, you helped it go on its journey.
Bro, come on, man.
So this
stop.
This was 10 years ago or 12 years. This was back in 2013. It made it successfully across Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands, okay?
U.S. it like was never seen again or something.
Just wait. Because this is where there is hope for you and your cause.
Yes.
And your
Us Americans are wily folks.
That's correct. So they let it loose in the United States. First city it hit was Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
It was stripped, dismembered, and decapitated in Philadelphia. It did.
You know
not,
what, LG? Go Eagles this week. Go Eagles.
The goal was to get from Boston to San Francisco, and
God.
2 weeks. It
They
made
picked
it.
Boston is the first.
Made it out of Boston fine.
Oh,
but,
was it a white robot?
Philly, well, hey, Philly, not so much. Yeah, it's
It went through Southie.
that's one of those stories that always
Not
pops
in my
back
car.
up into mind. I think
Not in my car.
I think there is some hope for the rebellion or for the stand up against the.
Is there some gold wiring in this thing?
Now that, yeah, I was about to say, it's probably had some decent value copper in
Oh,
there.
that gives me hope for America. All
that's-
the other, but see, England's putting law like they're not advancing AI. It's just the United States is being the Wild West because obviously buy a bunch of Trump coin and you can get whatever law you want passed.
Yeah, but on the alternative, like you don't. There's also a swing too far the other way where, like, I don't ever want to get jailed for a social media post. That's stupid. That's
Yeah.
something British people like that.
Oh
That's
yeah,
why
they went too
That's
far.
why
yeah.
we rebelled against that kind of crap. Like
yeah,
that.
free speech. But,
Yeah, like-
I mean nobody's getting in trouble for saying anything in U.S.
Well, okay, that's there are certain things that are more threatening than others that you shouldn't say. But I would still hate to see speech be incriminating based off of what you put on social media.
And then I watched John Oliver, and I learned that the loophole to bribing presidents is just funding their their library.
Yeah, that's been the
and
case
I'm like,
for
I was
years.
like, all you gotta do is like, hey, I'm from South Sudan, and I need to do something here. Here's $100K or $1 million to your local library, and it's like legal bribery. I'm like, Jesus,
1,000%. Yeah,
I love it.
I mean that's
America.
again. America. Like I can't.
America.
I wouldn't want it any other way. You're
would.
what you're describing is a positive to me.
And that's why we're going to be the first ones taken over by AI.
No, we're going to be the last one. We are going to be the last beacon. That's going to be what gets like broker's peace in Russia and Ukraine. Like we're going to it's going to be us and the Russians that are like, no, F this. Like we're done.
Send our like ruthlessly horrible robots over there.
Or our own Suicide Squad. Just take all of the worst criminals
Johnny
we have
Five's alive, bro.
in our overcrowded prison system and have them go fight the hitch bot that gets unleashed
if Lawrence
upon us.
drops me a Johnny Five short circuit drop right now, I would love it.
You are doing everything you can to avoid talking baseball right now.
What? Baseball's on?
What? Oh, it's still baseball season?
All right.
What is happening? Why? How are we in this position? Because it's not just your team. Cubs dominated by the home team, down 2-0 to the Brewers. The only team that got a split was Detroit in Seattle. And then the Dodgers win 2 on the road in Philly, which looked like the Dodgers were going to give that away last night if Blake Trinan had more of an opportunity to blow that thing before Sasaki came in.
How's the Mariners doing over there? 8-1 to Detroit.
After that game was delayed for 2.5 something hours
Yeah,
earlier.
2-3 hours, man. I was like, I wanted to sit here and watch baseball all day. And now, 6-3, it's possible. Come on, my little butterflies.
How did we
Butterfly.
How did we get to the position where this is now an elimination game? I mean, obviously the takeaway is Vlad Guerrero hitting 700 with 3 home runs, but
Well, we have our 2 aces that were shut down in the Boston series just getting worked. We have a 14 ERA or something over the past 2 games. And
are you going to potentially do this for 60 seconds? You got
Let's do it for 6
Yeah,
seconds.
there it is.
Let's get my hate out. Yankees, you're killing me. You're freaking killing me. We beat Boston, which is success. It's a successful season when we beat Boston. But we got to play the Blue Jays every year. These Canadians, their flappy heads and beady little eyes, they got to learn that the Yankees run this division. And our pitchers are not showing up when we want to. Rodon got ousted in the third. Free got ousted in probably the second or third as well. We got to come in clutch. And if it takes, next year with Garrett Cole, Max Fried, Carlos Rodon, Schlittler. Yes, Schlittler is going to be amazing. He had an amazing game on the Boston shutout, made a rookie record, 12 Ks, 8 innings pitched, had a Kubel type of night. So bring it back to me, baby. We need it. We're not down. We're not out. We're making it dramatic.
I don't know. It feels like if you're already talking about next year's rotation, there might be some.
I will talk next year's. I'll talk future farm systems.
There might be some concerns for how the rest of this game is going to play out, much less the rest of this series.
Hey, we're in the bullpen. We're in their bullpen right now, so it's good.
I honestly, I don't think there's outside of the Dodgers-Phillies series. I'm kind of surprised that Philly dropped both of those games at home. But
I know, man. They just got too much. They got the highest payroll. They got so much talent.
Yep.
Their fourth pitcher can be a starter and be the ace on any other team.
Yeah, and the Phillies, aren't getting. It's so bad they're getting all booed, and you gotta love Philly fans. I'm telling you, in another world, if I could take away all of the Texan that I wouldn't trade for anything else, but in another life. It looks really fun to be a Philly sports fan.
You can do whatever.
You can just be a
They
giant
horse poop
a-hole, and everyone just says, "Oh yeah, but that's a Philly fan." Yeah,
it's just Philly.
Yeah, when they ate
throw batteries at baseball players.
That was a cop horse, I believe, at the
that was
celebration parade. That's correct.
That's
yes,
a sign of respect.
Why
else would there be a horse in the middle of the street in Philly?
Fair point. Fair point. I don't know. It's Philly.
The Amish are going to come in?
Can't be that far away.
They can't watch TV.
It's probably only a 3-day trip to get to the city.
How would they know that they won?
Man, since you said that, Tigers have actually scored 3 runs. It's now 8-4 in that Seattle game.
It's in the 9th.
Do you put any faith in Phillies or Cubs coming back in those series down 2-0?
Nah.
Obviously, Cubs get to go back home. Phillies traveling to L.A., that feels like that series it's done.
There's a reason. The Brewers stayed hot throughout the end of the year. Well, I didn't know they stumbled a little bit at the end.
But, still held on to the best record, though.
I think they just didn't. They mailed it in because they already had the best record, knowing in the last week.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot left.
Yeah, they could have lost every game and still had the best record in MLB.
I did see Churio ends up hitting home run the other night, and he's now third most playoff home runs for a player 22 years or younger.
Oh, wow.
Before he turned 23 years old. I think he's tied with a
Drop the ball.
Okay, and your guy was actually running, so
yeah, Wells. It was up there. He could have been jogging a second.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, the other night, Stanton,
he
watched that ball end up bouncing off the fence and barely made it to second. Yeah,
But that was the Boston series, dude. Come on, stop it.
Oh, was that still the Boston game?
That was awesome.
They're all running together now.
Yeah. Man, what a bonehead.
I do think the
flappy little head, beady-eyed,
the most likely
butt munch
of the comeback, even though as we're looking at the Yankees down 3 runs halfway through this, I would still put the most faith, if you can get this game, I would put the most faith in the Yankees to come back down 2-0
because we would have Slidler who came off
the Cubs, right?
Awesome performance, and then we would have a day off, and then I think we would go with a fried, and then just everybody's available for like 2 to 3 innings.
He's not a state fair food item. It's free.
I don't know. He's fried. He was fried last night.
Hey, there's the dad joke. Little dad baseball joke. We don't get, let's see, the other 2 games tomorrow night, Dodgers, Phillies, and Cubs, Brewers. So we'll see. We'll talk about those Thursday, see if those series are closed out. Before we get too much further behind it, let's hit a little college football before we get into Cal Notes and the main Seggy. Yeah, where do you want to start?
I mean, don't start with my OSU Cowboys.
Well, no, we won't start there.
They're toasted.
I don't think there's. think there's going to be a lot to talk about with.
You know, the Ben Affleck with the when he's sitting there smoking the cigarette and it was like.
Oh yeah, as he's about to go to rehab.
He was like putting on. They put on the whole what should we call it? The OSU Cowboys uniform. My friend Sooner sends it to me, and I'm like, yeah, shut your mouth.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how we feel.
Accurate. So
let's go Longhorns.
Okay, the preseason number 1 and number 2 teams, are both now unranked. That is UT and Penn State. Both now completely out of the rankings. Texas loses at the Swamp to Florida. Ends up making it close there at the end. 29-21 was the final score.
I thought that extra push would keep them in like the 24, 25 or like late 20s. It's
kind of
unranked it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably says more about how they played early in the season against teams like San Jose State and UTEP.
So, do you put this all on Arch, or do you think who's the coach? Sarkisian. Do you put some on Sarkisian?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't put it all on Arch to begin with because you watch the games, not just the loss at Florida, but the games all season long. It's very clear the offensive line is not what it was last year, which makes sense. You lost a first-round draft pick. You lost multiple other depth guys that you sent to the league that are no longer part of the team. The offensive line play considerably worse than it was last year. In a game where all the one bright spot about Texas this season has been their defense. And again, granted, they've played UTEP, Sam Houston State, San Jose State. But they also
where's it been with Florida? Unranked Florida.
So they also held Ohio State to 14 points in the Horseshoe opening week. So the defense has been the bright spot while the offense has struggled. But the defense goes out there and gives up 29. Now, granted, what's his name? Dallas, Florida's freshman 5-star wide receiver who made his debut. He was absolutely unstoppable. He looks
a true 5-star.
Yeah, I mean, Dallas Wilson. I would say if he had played in Florida's first 4 games, they might not have been 1-3 at that point. Especially DJ Lagway, also now healthier than he has been at the first part of the season.
Florida played passionately, dude. Like they look like they were not scared at all. And
they didn't look like a 1-3 team.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, man, these guys came to play and they're out dogging them.
And also, so offense was bad. Yeah. Defense had their worst performance of the year. They also had a punt blocked. So it was all 3 phases: offense, defense, special teams. All of it.
That's why I'm kind of looking at Stark. You know what I'm saying? When you have all 3 phases lacking. That starts at the top.
Yeah, that's where you tend to look at the coaching and the week of coaching. He's got
to motivate his coaches to get their butts in gear. To like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
if one leg's lacking, the other two's got to be working.
The problem too is.
Give it a little blue chew.
When you go, there you go. When you start to criticize Sark play calling, it's really hard to call a game where you can't run the ball, and it's the offensive line
and y'all lost
that's not giving Arch any time, but it's also the offensive line that's not opening any holes for the run game. So you could probably level some accurate critiques at Sark's way when it comes to play calling, but also if he's calling a run and it's not going anywhere the whole game, what do you want him to do? Throw the ball 60 times? Yeah. I mean, and when you see Arch struggling like he is, it was all of that to say it was a well-oiled machine, all working in unison in a
Oh!
Judge
3-run home run.
Judge just
Knocked
the
it
foul
off the
pole.
ball.
I told you.
My butterflies.
There's a lot
They're
of
coming
game.
out of the cocoons, baby.
There's a lot of game left. Also, hey, don't beat that table. That's what causes us to lose ears. I will. What is it? Arch's 7th game.
He's got to go through his progressions.
Starting, yeah.
Like it's like he's so slow going
So
through
slow.
those. He's staring
So
down
slow.
his first option when he needs to be looking them away, like so we can get the safety, looking the safety away.
The
basically.
processing speed is not Manning-esque right now.
Yeah, but whenever they had their comeback, guess what? It was his feet. You know, a lot of more rollouts. They need to start putting them on the move.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And that's where you could probably fall back on the criticism of Sark or directed towards Sark of, look, your running game's not giving you anything. Your offensive line can't hold a pocket. You got to get more creative with him on the outside.
It seems like he's trying to save Arch for the playoffs. And it's like, man, you ain't making
it's not.
You're saving him, but you're not going to make the playoffs.
I think he's saving them for the Alamo Bowl at this rate, unfortunately, if that. Yeah, it was a pretty brutal way to start the Saturday college football viewing experience, watching that disappointing loss in the Swamp. And I also mentioned I think the Penn State losing to UCLA way more shocking than Texas losing in the Swamp. UCLA was winless. Yeah. And they weren't just winless, they looked like the worst Power 4 team.
They gave up. And once again, having them ranked number 2 overall, I didn't get that. I just never I knew their defense was going to be solid because Penn State's defense is always solid. And
Drew Aller, returning quarterback, maybe.
You always have a nice runner that goes to Penn State. What do we think of Penn State? We think of linebackers, running backs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
So it's but that never gets you to number 2. Maybe Alabama back in the day under Saban whenever he wasn't getting the quarterbacks, but he was relying on defensive and Derrick Henry, type players. But I never believed that they're a top 10 team.
I don't disagree with you. Again, it further shows, even as we're sitting here talking about the Texas and Penn State falling out of the top 25 right now, none of these numbers matter whatsoever. Yeah. The fact that Miami has moved up to number 2, it doesn't matter until we get to the college football playoff committee rankings, because their rankings, honestly, if it wasn't for television's need to sell these early season matchups, I would just say get rid of the AP poll altogether. What purpose does it serve besides these kind of reactions?
Some old curmudgeons jobs.
Well,
they
fair.
get paid.
And for people like you and I to sit around and say, I can't believe they had Penn State number 2 in the rankings. But what does that even – it meant nothing then. It means nothing now. So what value do they even provide besides allowing the television networks to say – number 1,
it just provides a lot
Texas versus number 2, Ohio. Of course,
material.
Exactly, exactly. The speaking of the, now you do have some clear separation in the polls. After I say the polls don't matter, Miami moves up to Ohio State still number 1, Miami number 2, Oregon number 3, and then you get your run of SEC schools. The 3 SEC schools everyone envisioned being in the top 10 after 6 weeks: Ole Miss, Texas A&M, and Oklahoma.
Yeah, those weren't the 3.
Not so much. And then
maybe Ole Miss I could have made an argument for.
Yeah.
But Oklahoma and what was the other one? Who was the other one?
A&M.
A&M.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, A&M they always seemed like the old Red Sox. You know, it's like, oh, they got all the talent, but they always fail, you know?
Yeah, and then they had to trade Nomar to get Cabrera to actually play good defense at short. Yeah, that's the thing, though, talking from the Texas perspective, you've got number 6 Oklahoma this week, although it sounds like Mateer might be back from that could be
only 2 weeks off.
We'll see what happens come Saturday afternoon.
What was it? A high ankle sprain?
No. It was his thumb on his throwing hand,
and it was surgery.
And it was surgery, right?
2 weeks.
We'll see.
There was a little early. Who they playing?
Well, that's it's up in Dallas at the State Fairgrounds.
Oh, that's right. That's this week.
That's right. Yeah. So Texas.
Yeah, you got to man up for that game.
Very much so.
You know he wants to play that game.
But Texas beats number 6 OU. You know you've still got A&M at the end of your schedule.
If Texas runs the schedule, they can get into the playoffs.
Very much so.
But some other things would have to, balance out.
Yeah.
Some people are going to have to take a loss.
Yeah. And I think if you handle your business.
Was it 16 or 8 still?
Still 12.
12.
12, yeah. Still 12 at least for one more. Yeah, you were all over it. Speaking the rest of the top 10, Indiana still undefeated. Bama slides in at 8. But then Texas Tech back in the top 10.
Dude, yeah.
And looked good. I mean,
look at that money. That money sure does good things.
Well, you've got to invest it. You've got to do a good job of investing it. And they seemingly have done that. One of the last, Houston was undefeated but unranked. And Tech, they don't have many other challenging games on their schedule because not only, obviously Big 12 schedule, but they kind of got a softer Big 12 schedule. I mean,
Houston plays Oklahoma State next week, so
Arizona State
chalk that up to a win for them.
And BYU, really the only other ranked teams on Tech's schedule right now. And the way Tech's defense is playing, they look like they might be the best team in Texas right now. Yeah. Obviously, it's either them or A&M. I was texting with my buddy.
I think the offense is a lot better in Tech, but the defense.
Yeah. Oh, completely agree.
They got defense, but I don't
they
know
might have the best linebacker in America with Rodriguez. I was texting. Obviously the roommate, born and raised in Lubbock, went to Tech. Have a bunch of friends that are all Tech fans, and they're salivating at the chance of a Tech versus A&M playoff matchup, or a Tech versus Texas. Obviously, before Texas lost to Florida, that was much more. They're
looking to get off the little brother status.
Very much so. They want
them and A&M. I would love to see somehow if the rankings happened where A&M and Tech go against it, and then somehow Texas
sneaks in.
Yeah, sneaks in, beats the first round opponent, and then they got to play each other. Then it would be like, who's the top Texas?
See, as it sits right now, it would be awesome to have Texas versus Texas Tech, first round, and then Tech versus A&M if they progress there. So I mean, obviously the Aggies and Tech are doing their part so far. We'll see.
Don't exactly. So when is Texas? Do they get an off week after the Red River rivalry? Because he needs to go talk to his uncles. You know what I'm saying? Arch needs to get back in there and get in the lab and learn to start looking away safeties.
Yeah, no, Texas is already. I feel like they all.
But they get two.
So we're going 11th, 18th, 25th. So they don't. Texas doesn't get a bye until after the week of November 7th or November 8th. Technically, is that Saturday? So they've got OU this week, then Kentucky, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt, then a bye, then Georgia, and then close with.
Oh, they got to play Georgia. That's if they get through Georgia. If they beat Georgia at Georgia, they could sneak in. If they got to run the table.
Again, yeah. I mean, you run the table. You're a 2-loss SEC team. We've seen that pathway to get into the playoffs.
You got a player named Manning on your team.
tends to help convince the playoff committee you might be better than a 2-loss ACC or Big 12 team. The only other games that really jumped out from the weekend of college football, we did see another unbeaten go down. The Iowa State Cyclones lost their first game of the season. They were all the way up to 14th in the polls. They end up losing to Cincy.
What did they move to? Big 10?
No, they stayed Big 12.
They're still Big
Yeah,
12?
Iowa State
okay.
stayed.
So Tech is now on top.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Technically, they're on top, but also BYU's still undefeated. BYU's in the Big 12 now.
And so whoever's got more conference win.
Yeah, but
conference
Tech is much higher in the rankings. I think
Yeah.
BYU slid into the mid-teens.
BYU.
Or maybe late teens. Yeah, they're 18th now. And then,
Oh, Judge lays out and gets it. Yes.
unfortunately,
Thank God.
the road runners had a rough road trip up to the Northeast. They
just
blow the game late up in
again.
up
What is
against
this,
Temple.
number 4? Is this number 4? That like it comes down to like the last drive? Or number 3?
Well, this season alone, it's 3, but they've won one of them and lost 2 of them.
Yeah, well now 3 of them.
Well, no, they've been in 3
Oh.
games where it was a final drive situation. Lose the one with Texas State, win Colorado State, and now lose Temple
Yeah.
21-27. I was listening to Uncle Andy on the call as I had the radio on UTSA and then had the quad box of games on the TV, and just you could hear as it was starting to go the way of the bad guys, I could just hear Uncle Andy thinking like, man, this is not going to be a fun plane ride back from Philly. A lot of Philly talk on the program so far today.
Yeah.
But yeah, UTSA now turns around. Have you seen what Rice has done this year?
No.
Okay. I don't know why I would expect.
I mean, Rice is on my, it's up on the big sheet,
Yeah, we keep tabs on Rice.
Isn't that's in Texas, right?
Houston, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
They hired a new coach, and he runs old school triple option offense.
Oh, wow. So he's like from like an Army style.
Very, very much Army.
We throw the ball 5 times a game.
Yeah, like OU when Troy transferred out of there because he never got to throw the ball. Yeah, Rice travels over to the Dome this Saturday night game against the Runners. So hopefully they don't get run over by that triple option offense and they can get back on the right track. I see.
You match me.
I didn't even intend to do that one, but I will take it. Let's jump into some Cal notes before we lose too much more time. It's not going to be a long Cal notes because there's not much to take away from playing the
Besides
New York
almost
Jets.
letting Justin Fields come back on him.
Oh, it was never
I
close.
wasn't LG. What would happen to a Sky Camera operator if they affected a play that could have possibly gave the
Determined
other
an outcome of a game?
Determined a score of the game.
Probably nothing.
Nothing. They got that good a job security.
I don't know. He was saying those people are the money makers.
Yeah, they fly him in.
Yeah.
Oh God, man. Just think if that ball actually scores.
So I've read a couple different ways. Like it seems like it was Dante Fowler that deflects the pass. Really didn't deflect the pass. Justin Fields just threw it right into his face mask, right into his helmet. The ball bounces up. Kenny Clark is waiting under it. And Kenny Clark was talking about, he was like, I'm about to have my first career interception. I'm already thinking about how it's gonna be a thick 6. I'm gonna run it back.
Sweet Kenny Clark.
And then the ball hits the Skycam.
Yeah.
So I have the Skycam listed. You can vouch for me. That's the first loser on the list. I had that right off the bit. No, I was reading though. It seems like the play potentially should have been called dead and like redone, as if there was offsetting penalties. Like
It's
Ball
not.
hit
It's
the
not like
sky
baseball.
cam.
You hit the top of Tampa's roof. You play on.
Yeah, you play all. You wait for it to
Play on.
bounce around the catwalk up there until it falls down. Yeah, look, I don't know. Again, we're gonna do winners and losers like we always do, and I got a couple clips for you from the game. But when Ryan Flanoy gets 6 catches for 115 yards, I think that kind of tells you either he's about to be the next Miles Austin breakout wearing number 19, or the Jets are just that bad.
Yeah.
The Jets are, I think, they're the first team
They
now
got Justin Fields throwing the ball.
to start 0-5 and not have any takeaways as a defense.
Oh my God.
They have 0 takeaways.
So that just shows you how much Robert Saleh actually did some work when he was a head coach, because their defense was actually feared. Sauce Gardner got burned on a bunch of plays.
So he was lined up on Pickens on 25 of the 28 routes that Pickens ran, and Pickens still had 52 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, yeah, and it was just and he had penalties too.
Yeah.
I think he had two PIs and a holding or something like that.
It was such a brutal, despite it going the Cowboys' way, it was just such a brutal watch as their, sloppy penalties. Third leg Greg is paired with a backup announcer, and they have no chemistry because what's his name? Joe Davis is doing playoff baseball for Fox. So, Greg was let down by his announcing partner. That was bad. The game was sloppy.
I watch Red Zone, so it's they didn't show a lot of the Cowboys. They quick hitters, because we show you every score and that scored. So that's how I got the Cowboys updates. And then I was like, man, I slotted Justin Fields in a bunch of fantasy leagues because I'm like, oh, Cowboys defense, Justin Fields, he'll score some points.
Well, he did score some points.
In the end, in trash time. I love trash time.
Yeah, ends up 283 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, but was sacked 5 times in the game. Mm-hmm. And really, like you said, majority of his chunk yardage there came in throwaway trash time when the game was well within hand for Dallas. That's why, Javonte Williams has career high rushing day. Goes for, 135, 1 rushing touchdown, ends up also catching a touchdown as well. Joking about Ryan Flanoy, but that was nice to see a breakout game from a receiver down on the depth chart who's getting time because of the CD injury. To see him put up numbers, it's still an NFL team they're playing. As bad as they are, it's still, you've got to give credit for the way they went out and took care of business
they took
offensively and defensively. I mean, the defense absolutely was, showed signs of improvement there in that first half, at least signs that we hadn't seen all season, which again, you don't take too much away from it because it's the Jets, but you also got to at least give a little bit of or have a little bit of hope that this thing might be turning back in a better direction on the defensive side of the ball. Because when you're dead last in total defense, there's nowhere else for you to go.
No.
So at least now they are no longer dead last, still number 1 in offense. Dak goes for 237 yards, but he wasn't as accurate, only 18 for 29. But again, you want to pick apart the accuracy. He had 4 touchdowns and actually ran the ball too. Had 28 rushing yards, seemingly more comfortable putting the ball down and running with it. But
the only thing to give breath about this is Jerrigan fined $250,000 for giving the finger.
So hold on to that thought. We're gonna do. Let me do winners and losers.
Do the winners and losers.
And then I got a couple clips for you because this was a very
I just held up the wrong finger.
Old school Cowboys game in a lot of ways. So winners, Clayton Adams, back-to-back weeks now. I mean, mention Javonte Williams with career high rushing yards.
Yeah.
I thought Greg Olsen was great talking about this during the broadcast. You watch the way the Cowboys are running the ball this year, and it looks like the offensive linemen are running pass routes because they're setting up tunnels downfield. There's way more like trap design, and the line is it just looks way different than it did last year. Yeah. And I think that is that's Clayton Adams' involvement. He might be a one and done guy if he might be getting head coaching.
He's running good schemes now. The only thing is like they're gonna adjust,
of course.
But let's see what Clayton Adams has to do in the second half of the year.
Yeah, I would anytime you have two scoring drives of 90-plus yards, and you're playing with, at one point they started the game down 4 starting linemen. Mm-hmm. So they're starting the game with 4 backup O linemen, end up having a 5th dude, the kid from Michigan, came in as well. So 5 backup linemen played in this game, and your running back had his career high total in yardage. Yeah. I think you obviously give Javonte Williams credit for running the ball like that, but a lot of that is Clayton Adams' run scheme. Mentioned Flournoy, obvious winner. I think along with the way.
Yankees lead! Yankees lead.
Hey,
Jazzy. Let's go.
There's still a lot of baseball left. I told you. It was 6-1, and I felt like you were about to walk out mid-shot. I was worried I wasn't going to get you in the room to start the show.
I was very bitter.
A little bit.
Bitter.
Mentioned Javonte, obviously, as a winner. Jake Ferguson. Yes. Also, Fergie goes 2 touchdown catches, continues to be a reception machine. Yeah. Now, granted, he only had like 40-something yards, but 7 receptions, 2 touchdowns.
PPR gold, baby.
Yeah, the person that beat us in fantasy this week, they had Javonte, I think they had Ferg, they had I
don't want to talk. Oh my God. Yeah. I lost 5 leagues on Monday night's game alone.
Oh, good Lord.
So when we recap the Kansas City game, I got some thoughts.
Perfect. Lastly, winners. James Houston continues to actually contribute, put sack numbers on the board. He gets another sack, I think actually sack and a half.
Nice.
And then the winners / losers that kind of play into each other. Winners, Maris Leofau and Shamar James, the young linebackers. Losers, Jack Sanborn and Kenneth Murray Jr. It's pretty clear to me that the young guys need to be getting more snaps. Now, there's a lot of misleading stats here because Shamar James was the leading tackler. He had 15 tackles. He didn't play that great, but he showed more athleticism and signs of potential bigger impact than the guys he's taken playing time away from. Yeah. Leofau's the big one. I mean, Leofau's punched the ball out of Breece Hall's hands there in the second quarter. Breece Hall, still averaged 8-point-something yards
Breece
a carry.
Hall's a beast, man.
He is a beast. He is a beast. But Leofau,
I don't see him staying on the Jets.
Be curious to see where he's at after the trade deadline. Sanborn, he ends up getting injured and leaving the game early. And I know the first joke is instantly, finally Eberflus will take him off the field because he has to, because he's injured. But Sanborn was playing probably his best game of the season when he did get injured with the concussion protocol there. And then Kenneth Murray Jr., again, we've talked about it multiple times. He's the one that I would be looking to pass some of that playing time to the younger guys and Leofau and James. But losers, mentioned the Sky Cam. Mentioned Aaron Glenn, the now starting 0-5, a defensive coordinator for the Lions last year, and the defense has 0 takeaways. Not a good look. Mentioned Breece Hall, that fumble in the second quarter. Yeah, as you would like to say, really swung the momentum there. Really swung the momentum back to the Cowboys' favor. And then Justin Fields, 5 sacks. Looks like Arch. The processing speed is just not at the level of the competition, holding the ball way too long. And then lastly, we saw Mr. Reliable actually make a mistake.
Uh-oh.
You remember the odd sequence where Cowboys score a touchdown, kick the extra point.
Yeah.
Jets are offside, so Shoddy takes the point off the board to go for 2 from the 1 yard line, accepts the penalty, he's going to go for 2. But then the Cowboys false start. So now it's back at the 6.
Yeah.
So then Shoddy decides, well, okay, now we're going to kick the extra point. Well, damn it if Brandon Aubrey didn't doink that thing.
I know.
Missed the extra point. So Aubrey no longer perfect on the season.
Damn,
but
Ozzy.
get it out of your system now in a game that didn't matter. You mentioned, so well, let's start with that one because Jerry, after the game, judging by the, just watching on TV, I'm not sure there were 3 Jets fans that stayed after halftime.
Yeah.
That thing was all Cowboys.
And
but
the
I
fact
think
that
Jerry,
the fact that he's gloating against the Jets,
the winless Jets,
the winless Jets.
Also, not just the winless Jets.
Calm down.
The Jets that we talked about last week that have won 2 division titles in the last 50 years.
Yeah,
it's the Jets.
Marson Judge.
Well, we got to talk about him in the lightning round.
We'll get to him.
No, Jerry, I think
I thought it was only Puerto Ricans that stabbed.
I think Jerry found 3 of the Jets fans that did stay till the end of the game because we got this glorious clip of him letting some Jets fans know exactly how he feels, selecting one specific finger.
Oh, but he just held up the wrong finger is what he says.
I'll let you be the judge. That looks
pretty. Oh, he changed it so quick.
The finger,
boy,
and then the hand point right after it.
Yeah, like you.
Like I'm letting specifically. This is to you, of course.
That petty little
man.
That little man.
So his explanation. I was trying to give a thumbs up to a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
And then point him out.
Well, I mean, a thumbs up this way, the other one's this way. Come on now.
I'm not sure that is too believable.
The old Richard
there.
Pryor moving. I gave him the wrong finger.
Smiles and glory holes.
That's right, yes. Jerry. $250,000 fine for that.
Ooh.
As I think would probably be expected. But that was a fun clip. This was my favorite clip of the entire game. And as we were watching it happen, you couldn't see this angle. And I never saw it on a replay until yesterday when it was tweeted out. This is Nate Thomas, one of the backup offensive linemen. You'll see him here at the top left of the screen, number, I believe, 71. As the Cowboys score this touchdown, you see Nate Thomas get called for a unsportsmanlike penalty, unsportsmanlike conduct. See if you can figure out exactly what it is he did wrong here.
All right, let me see this. Oh,
did you catch that?
Yeah, he did 3 pumps.
He did the 3 pumps.
3 pumps.
Everyone
two
knows
pumps is
2
good.
pumps.
Only 2 pumps.
Literally did the Key and Peele sketch.
Buddy.
Third pump got him.
Thanks, Lonnie, for the super chat. He said missing 4 offensive linemen for y'all, and y'all still, the Cowboys were missing 4 offensive linemen.
Yeah, 4 starters. And you could argue
you might want to keep those guys in there, buddy.
Well, so Nate Thomas specifically, I think he earned himself some playing time even when Guyton gets back because Guyton was already shaky and getting pulled at different points in games to rotate that line. I think Nate Thomas absolutely is in line for more playing time, which also allows them to be more cautious with Guyton's injury, although I think it's a concussion, so it's not like there's a whole lot of muscle recovery there.
All right.
But I do
enough of the cowgirl talk.
I do think we might see the triple pump again because he'll be on the field more often. Again.
If he does the delay, I would love it. If he's like dun dun and
then waits. It would be great. It would be great if Dak did it this next week against Carolina in support of
right to the hole.
Are they sending him? They are.
Send him.
How about an easy and
easy.
still second to whoa.
Whoa.
Stay. You're getting
You get that, buddy.
getting a review there, it looks like. Yeah, enough of the Cowboys. It's a weird stretch for them because everything I said about this Jets game, if they do that again this week against Carolina, I feel like I'm going to say the exact same thing where it's like, well, yeah, it's Carolina. I don't know.
Let's see this.
Although, I will say we're going to talk more.
But his back
I think his back foot was on. We're going to
They
talk
only have one challenge left.
more on Thursday about the Carolina game.
So
Rico Dowdle did go for 200.
I was like, so what if I told you the best game to watch this weekend was the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins?
You sound like the 30 for 30 guy. What if I told you?
What if I interested you in this?
Was that better?
What if I could sell you?
What if I told you the two best games or two of the better games this week fall under the Cam Newton ass category? Because that Titans-Cardinals game was also full of...
Oh, DeMercado,
Yeah.
you stupid man, dude.
Well, let's get into it. We'll start, as always, we're
I
going to
have
look
him on my fantasy team, dude.
the rest of
And I lost that one.
NFL Week 5 results. We're going to start with the Niners, but I mentioned at the top, the Vegas has decided that there are 5 teams that have separated themselves from everyone else. And so when we look at as always, we do it contenders first, then playoff teams, then fringe, and then we mention ass at the end. The 5 teams, Vegas, you want to take a swing at them?
Buffalo.
Number 1 odds, Buffalo. Odds to win the Super Bowl. Number 1 odds, Buffalo.
Then we're going to go to Philly.
Number 5.
Yeah, they dropped this week.
Yep.
And then let's go with Indiana Jones.
Number 8.
Damn it. Niners.
Number 6.
Okay.
But the gap, so here, since we're on 5 and 6 there, Philly is, this is just Bet 365. Philly is plus 750 and the Niners are plus 1,800. And if you wanted MGM odds, Philly's plus 750, Niners plus 1,700. So a little bit better on MGM.
Wow.
But that's
a huge gap.
That's the gap.
Dude.
That's
a
the
huge
gap. So Buffalo number 1.
So
then your NFC North teams.
The NFC North.
Detroit, Green Bay.
Green Bay.
And Buffalo
They
plus
got both of them in there?
Buffalo plus 450, Detroit plus 700, Green Bay plus 850. And then
Let's see if Green Bay has a bounce back after that loss after the bye week.
the number 4 team, and this is as of right now. I mean, I will refresh it just to make sure I am still up to date. The number 4 team, ironically, not the Jaguars, but the team they beat. The Chiefs still have the 4th best odds because of Mahomes. That's
because of the refs.
Purely Mahomes. Well,
And the love of Mahomes.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
I text you all game. I was like,
I know, we were going back and
look at that momentum killer.
Hey,
funny that they did a non-PI, but it was a 2-yard reception. But he can only get 1 yard of the.
Well, the contact. Well, we'll talk about that because it went the other way.
The contact
that one
was on the goal line.
No, it wasn't. It was at the 1 yard line.
Oh my!
That one wasn't the one that
he was
should
at the
have
1
been
yard
called.
line, but the contact was further up. You got to by rule, it's where the contact is made.
You're talking like there's interdimensional planes on the football field where he's on the 1 yard line, but the contact.
So here's the thing: if he jumps out and does something. Do you call it to where he contacts him, or do you call it where his back feet are? So, yeah, I rest my case.
No, I think I
rest my case. Rest my case.
Your case
because he can stretch out 3 yards.
Your case may be rested, but it didn't matter by the end of the game. Start with your Niners, though. We watched that game.
How'd y'all like that ending, baby? Oh, all y'all salty Cowboy fans. All I say is my fantasy football chat was pretty quiet. A lot of crickets up in there. But Mac Jones, God, man, he's getting a beating put on him. They had to carry him off the field. And I'm just
Almost
hoping
had his pants ripped off.
no ass Mac.
He did look like he's got bullfrog ass. He's got like country ass.
Like the
Just
old
falls off.
the old Family Guy meme where it's like number 1, number 2. Number 1, number 2 when they're doing the eye test and it's Mac Jones and Brock Purdy. I think number 1 is just a little bit better. And I'm like, but no. Kyle Shanahan. So I got a crazy stat for you.
Yeah, y'all's ability to win games with all of the injuries.
Yeah. Shanahan is
Continues to be
McVay's
impressive.
daddy. He outcoaches with less talented people, the quarterbacks, than McVay ever could. He has only coached 2 QBs as a head coach. And both of them are number 1 picks overall. Jared Goff,
of course. Goff
and Stafford.
Yeah.
Now, what was it? Jimmy Garoppolo, career backup, basically. Nick Mullins, undrafted. Brock Purdy, 7th round pick. Mac Jones, discarded journeyman.
Nick Mullen, good stand-up comedian.
Is he actually a stand-up comedian?
Not the same guy.
not the same guy.
There
Okay,
is
okay.
a great comedian
But, yeah.
named Nick Mullen.
He, Levi South is still our house, man. Don't ever put 8.5-point dogs on us ever again.
No, and we talked about it last Thursday, obviously, because it was the Thursday night football game.
I mean, Sam made like $10,000 on that one.
yeah,
didn't she?
I didn't make as much as my buddy Truman did, but it was shocking to see see Vegas give that much of a boost to the Rams based off the injuries because, that just felt like a game, even just any divisional game between those two teams, despite what the injuries are. It just doesn't feel like that's going to be a 9-point
And here's the thing,
spread.
man. Shanahan has found his second tight end to complement Kittle. When we're going to start running that 2 tight end offense, and we got Tonjes and Kittle, both of them great pass catchers, route runners, and blockers, it's going to get scary. We need to open up our run game. Brian Robinson seems like a bust of a trade. The offensive line.
How can he not get?
Well, our running game in a whole is probably one of the we're towards the end of the league, but where like McCaffrey, man, we just do swing passes out to him, which is just like an elongated run, but it's a pass. But you know, that's just that's how we're winning the games now. You know, when we have Ayuk back, when we have a couple Cowing back. He's a new young prospect. When we have Kittle back, and then the emergence of when we have Pearsall back, we're going to be a threat, and they're not going to be able to crowd the line.
What's the update on Purdy?
Purdy? I think he might start next game. It was like if it wasn't a Thursday night game, he could have toughed it out, but. I think Mac Jones going to need more than 10 days after that game. He looked rough, man. He got beat up.
It doesn't seem like Vegas. Again, now I don't know how to judge this line.
Our next game is what? Tampa? Tampa Bay?
At Tampa Bay, both 4-1 teams, 3:25 kickoff. You want to guess the line right now?
Tampa Bay 3.5.
Close, 2.5. Tampa Bay.
Ooh, they giving them less than 1 point on the home field advantage.
They are. Yeah. That's what makes me think Vegas is leaning Purdy being back.
Yeah.
But again, you just saw Mac Jones beat a division rival.
He looked great
in prime time, and it wasn't just a bus driver.
Some throws where I'm just like he fit in tight areas. It was just.
I should mention also Cowboys-Panthers. Well, you want to guess on that one?
3.5.
3.5. Nailed it. Yeah. Dallas 3.5 point favorite. Oh, okay. You should have just I wouldn't have. You should have let yourself have that.
I would have given them. I would have been around that area. I probably would have said 4.5. But with Rico Dowdle, he's gonna come back and love playing against the team that let him go.
Yeah, the Cowboys are bigger favorites against Carolina than they were against the Jets. Both on the road.
Well, I think it was the fact that
and the Jets the Panthers actually won a game last week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's just all the talent that the Jets had on defense. You thought they were going to put up more things. And then Justin Fields coming back, you thought he was going to run, do the play option with Breece Hall. And he actually had a great game with Garrett Wilson before he went out for, one game, right? 1 or 2 games?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think there was a lot of prospecting on that game with the Jets. So I think that's why they got like a little bit more love, but now it's kind of coming back to fruition that, Dallas's offense it puts up points.
Yeah, still averaging 30 plus points now on the season. You have anything else for the Niners before we go through the rest of the?
Man, thank you to all my haters.
So we will mention.
I love you.
Well, you didn't.
He gives me that tiger blood, that rocket fuel.
You didn't hate the Cowboys enough to pick against them. I should make it note that you did get a win because you picked the Cowboys.
Hey, I'm not an idiot.
And we both got wins by picking the 49ers. We'll get to the rest of our picks after we go through the games here. Starting with the NFL no longer has an unbeaten team.
I know.
We
Buffalo. And Philly.
Philly as well, yeah. Denver beat Philly early in the day.
Bo Nix looked good.
On the road.
That was crazy.
In Philly.
He made some tight catches. Him and Sutton started hitting it off like it was the end of last year.
Also, Denver down 14, down 2 touchdowns in that game, charging back to win it. Again, on the road. The defense is nasty.
Yeah, the defense is what I thought they were going to be in the beginning of the year. They're starting to click.
And we also talked about the stat last week where Eagles were 4-0, but they had been outgained in all 4 of those games. Like, the Eagles have problems.
Yeah, it was. And that's why I'm surprised the line from 5 and 6 is so huge. Like, all we're going to do is get healthier in San Fran. And the Eagles, who are they missing? Nobody. And they're just looking like crap.
I think they have a lineman.
Lineman.
Yeah.
When you get up to like double digits, let me know.
Right. No. It's nowhere
belly.
close. No.
That's a triple. That's a triple.
Now it's definitely going to be a triple.
Because Judge can't run. All right. Never mind. They walk Judge. You bastards.
And Santander just ate grass out in right field trying to dive for that thing.
How's that American grass take? Tastes like freedom.
God. Made me shoot a snot rocket. I wasn't ready for ultra patriotic Cap. You swing violently between both polar opposites. I can't.
Hey, I got an American flag tattoo on me. Come on, buddy.
And a Trump coin in your pocket.
Hey, saving it for a rainy day.
Yes.
I might need a party.
Yeah,
I might need a party.
You never know.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. Broncos beat Eagles 21-17. Lions destroy the Bengals 37-24. But
they got Joe
Bengals
Flacco.
Make a trade. Yeah.
They got Flacco. Old man Flacco. God, I wish it was Winston.
I know. That was the first thing I thought of. It would have been so much more
Winston,
fun.
You know,
would have been so much more fun.
But Jamar Chase finally had a game.
Oh yeah, hold on. Do I get credit for tackles that Jamar Chase has?
Yeah, because
he has 5 solo tackles this year. Because Jake Browning.
Thank you, Royce, for your $1.99 super chat. And awesome stat is Jamar Chase has 5 solo tackles, while Michael Parsons has 4 solo tackles.
Okay. And I think James Houston.
Someone's a little bitter over in Cowboy Land right now.
I think James Houston has more sacks than Micah does as well. So you get what you pay for.
6-9, dude.
Not at all. Oh, very nice. Yeah, not at all taking into account the actual defensive pressures and the individual success rate Micah has. But yes, Jamar Chase has more solo tackles than Micah. That's more of a.
Royce came on and told me that one. I am not keeping up to date with any of those. Well, except I'm not keeping up the tackles with Jamar Chase. He needs to catch the damn ball.
Yeah,
but no, if we had IDPs, which is individual defensive players, you would have got the points. But we don't have any IDPs in this league.
I'm just curious because Zeb, we're gonna have to make some changes. We might be
one loss.
Jamar might be on the chopping block.
We'll get into that lightning round. I got hosed again.
The Flacco trade is interesting because I really, as as bad as Flacco has looked in Cleveland, I think it does help Cincy, but it's a matter of how savable is this season.
I mean, here's my thing. Why did Joe Burrow go down? Because he was getting sacked.
Yeah.
So you go out and trade for a
40-year-old
stiff that's going to stay in the pocket.
That's why I wanted to see Jameis.
Yeah, that's why I wanted Jameis, man. Run around, create some backyard football action.
The Bengals are only 2-3.
Yeah.
The Steelers are leading that division at 3-1, but they were on a bye week this week.
Yeah.
Should also we'll talk about the buys in a second. Ravens look like they are in a full tailspin.
Dude, they got Niner injuries on defense.
There's a chance that Joe Flacco could find some magic and keep the Bengals afloat until Burrow is back in December.
Kill me with that. But
it's never going to change.
It's never going to change.
It's too ingrained.
What should we call the Baltimore and the Bolts, the Chargers did a trade defensive wise. They traded some studs in like a 4th and a 5th rounder. It looks like Baltimore is going to change up the whole scheme on defense. They're looking to play more nickel than 4-3. So
I missed. Yeah.
That trade happened today.
For Gilman. I missed this. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it looks like they have diagnosed the problem up in Baltimore, and their defense is hot garbage.
Yeah,
and
the Cooper Rush hype train might officially derail in Baltimore.
Oh, my sweet Cooper Rush when he played for the Cowgirls, I loved him.
Yeah, it didn't quite translate as well this weekend for them, but the rest of the contenders here. Oh, what are we doing? A makeshift LG stream? I like that. You mentioned the Bills also went down. Pats beat the Bills 23-20 there on Sunday Night Football. Potentially, dare we call it a signature win for not only Drake May, but what's his name?
Yeah, they're like people are. He's fringe MVP.
Vrabel. Mike Vrabel. I blanked for a second.
He's him and Shanahan are going to be looking for. Way to go to hit a little bouncer on the plate, Giancarlo. I'm gonna call you Michael. Your mom named you Michael. Vrabel and Shanahan are going to be in the running for Coach of the Year.
If the Patriots continue this, a 3-2 record now, back over 500 with the win in Buffalo. You're looking at 9-8.
They really shut down that offense.
10-7.
Diggs and May. Like I was thinking that they were looking for another receiver, but like Diggs is showing up to be that number one receiver.
10 catches, 146 yards. Yeah,
there's on that pink dust.
Look, whatever it takes.
That pink salt, the Himalayan. That Himalayan pink.
I'm not ready to say that division is up for battle now based off that. It doesn't. No. It feels like New England is just as like whoever they play next week. It feels like they're just as likely.
That was a trap game, but Drake May did play good. If he keeps it up, and Diggs looked like he had a personal vendetta,
Oh, very much so.
So it's like, can he keep that same energy and that same, juice and put it in the next game and the next game and make it a constant. You know?
That's where that consistency. I think the Bills will. I think it's more likely
they do have some momentum.
I think it's more likely the Bills respond next week to the loss than it is that the Patriots build off of the win.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Elsewhere in the contenders category,
God help whoever the Bills play next week.
That's very they're gonna. Well, let's just see because I'm curious now.
It might be.
The Thursday night game is NFC East this week. It's Thursday night is Eagles at Giants. The Bills will be traveling to Hotlanta. It's part of the. It's a Monday night doubleheader.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what. Okay. So they are prime time. Yeah. Josh is gonna put it on them, man. Get ready for that. That white boy is gonna run for about 80 and get about 4 tutties, 2 and 2.
Yeah, they
If not 3 and 2 or 3 and 3.
Well, and Falcons
6
coming
and
off
6.
a bye themselves, I think they are probably fully aware of what's waiting for them.
Bijan's gonna be
on Monday night.
Be getting in his mustard.
Only other contenders game I had was the game last night, Jags and Chiefs. Again, if you call it a foundational game for the Pats, is that a foundational game for Trevor Lawrence and Liam Cohen, the new head coach, and the Jags?
I told you they are for real, but we also saw that was a pick play in the end zone.
It wasn't. It was a pick play in the
there
end
was
zone.
2 obvious.
The ball was on the 2-yard line.
It was obvious PIs.
The ball was on the 2-yard line. The receiver was not in the end zone.
So
he's therefore he's within a yard of the line of scrimmage.
He made contact with him.
You're allowed to. If you're within a yard of the line of scrimmage.
The contact has to be within the yard.
It was.
No.
If his body is a yard from the line of scrimmage.
The defensive player was in the end zone.
Right, because the defensive player is covering and running behind. The player was on the 1-yard line. It's not where the contact is, it's where the player is. He was
Are you going to be like Collinsworth slurping up the Chiefs like it's, Saturday night on the Studio 54?
No, because it's one of the big, kind of like the momentum argument, one of the biggest things that aggravates the hell out of me in sports fandom is when people hear narratives and just run with them without evidence.
They're not narratives when you have the evidence. All last year was evidence.
Hold on. No,
this game was evidence. They had 2 huge plays.
We went through this. They were one of the bottom 10 teams when it came to penalties called against them, or for in their favor, I mean.
Because they sit there and get away with some of them.
So
they keep doing them.
The one at the goal line, I honestly don't think it was
that
a
was
penalty.
A close one.
The other one absolutely is a penalty. That should have been pass interference.
I think I texted you like 3 times being like, obvious.
I texted, right, because then you were texting me ones where it was like, clearly that was a hold on the right guard. He had him wrapped up. It was like, oh, okay, like that happens every play.
I didn't tell you a hold. That was a PIs. Joke. It was all PIs.
The PI one where the Chiefs end up intercepting the ball deep in, within the
call. The shortstop gets that play.
Within the end up getting the ball in the red zone. Yeah. That should have been pass interference, no question.
Yeah.
Without there's no argument there. That was an absolute
and then on the pick play. No, not that. Like when Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence had the pick, they railroaded the receiver, like literally took him out before he made the interception.
No, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
That one. But then also
that was absolutely.
But
clear.
Also the long pass one to the end zone, where he literally hugs the guy and takes him down.
Again, like if you're looking at, do you not think that call is missed multiple times in every game in the NFL? Because it is
not egregious like that.
I think it is. But I think it's because the Chiefs,
they have one Patrick Mahomes and Travis.
And guess what people
Travis
actually
Swift.
Don't like to watch? They don't like to watch greatness. They want it when there would be a slightly questionable call that would go the Patriots' way, like, the league's just trying to get Brady into the Super Bowl. That wasn't actually happening at all. Like I think that's where you lose.
Yeah, the league wasn't sitting there and just, letting the Patriots do what they want, like with deflated balls and videotaping practices.
And
no way the league is going to sit there and tell the refs to ease it up on the Patriots.
Okay, what happened?
What's more plausible?
What happened in that situation when they got busted for filming practices? What happened? They got fined. They got penalized. What do you want? What do you think? They should have gotten the franchise should have folded? Like, what level of repercussion are you looking for?
You got Sean Payton got suspended for a year
for trying to hurt
Bountygate,
for trying to for literally.
This is damn near like gambling. This is like insider trading.
But it's not physically assault, like hoping you physically injure and assault an opponent. That's
Belichick should have been suspended for a year for videotaping.
I don't disagree. I would have absolutely gone along with
but nothing happened. I'm not saying to replay the game.
It was like a $500,000 fine, was it not? And they had
Robert Kraft would have
they had
stroked that
off-season
check.
practices taken away.
You think Jerry cares about the $250,000 for giving the fan the finger?
Yes, because I think Jerry spends the least cash of any NFL owner, and actually, we create this idea that Jerry doesn't give an F about money. That's all Jerry cares about. I think he's appealing it.
No,
I think he absolutely cares about that.
He
because
cares about the credit.
If it was a $25 fine, it would piss him off as much as it's a $250,000 fine because Jerry's a cheap a-hole.
No, he's just petty. He just doesn't want to be like, he doesn't want to look bad. He cares more about appearance than he does about the money. Like, trust me, Micah had so much, like, juice and, like, he was the narrative. He was the narrative, not Jerry, and that's what pissed Jerry off.
So, let's go back to Spygate, 2007.
Yeah.
The Patriots were fined $250,000. Bill Belichick was individually fined $500,000. And the team lost a first-round draft pick, the most valuable team-building piece you have in the entire league.
That is the biggest game of the year, and it lost its integrity. It should have been more.
It wasn't even. It wasn't the Super Bowl. It was a playoff. It was like a first-round playoff game. Was it
was
not?
The Super Bowl against the Rams.
No, it was the Jets. No. They were recording the New York Jets practice.
They recorded
that
all
was
of them.
When they got
They also
busted.
got the Rams.
That was when they got busted, though.
They knew the whole Rams first series. They literally called if you take a look at it again, read it again. They videotaped the Rams as well. The fact that they did it to multiple games is egregious.
No, I think that's always been the conspiracy. Is that if they did it to one team, they did it to all of them. But I don't disagree.
Is that a conspiracy or is that a
Show me. They got busted and penalized for doing it to one team. Again, this is
But they got busted afterwards after they found out Goodell erased the tapes and then somebody
Goodell did them a solid there.
So don't tell me it's not so far fetched that they kept doing it.
I think it's not far fetched, but I don't think that affected the outcome of games.
I mean, look at the Saints. They did it to, what was it? They took out Kurt Warner. Oh, they should just stop right there. No, then they took out Brett Favre. Oh, no, that's enough. Don't do it anymore. Nope, we're going to go shoot for Frank Gore's head, because he's concussion prone.
Yeah, and seeing that to me
happening
that
until
is
you get caught.
So much worse than recording a team's practice.
But
that is so much.
Have you been in a football locker room?
Yes.
Yeah, you go. We know who's injured. We know, and we're like, yo, man, take this. That guy's right leg he was off last week with a bad right leg. So,
but there's a difference.
Hit him low.
There's a difference between players talking about that and the team actually providing financial bonus, which also breaks the salary cap. Again, you want to talk about competitive balance in the league. Right. That's circumventing the salary cap.
We are getting way off topic. We will continue this debate because you were
the biggest thing is Jags.
Because next week when I see the Chiefs get all the dang calls, I'm going to text you again.
Please do.
I'm going to because it's going to be egregious.
Sure, and I guarantee you,
they're momentum changers.
Eagle fans think the Cowboys get all the calls. Steelers fans,
dude, when it's in
think
your
the
face,
Bengals get all the calls with Joey Burrow.
It's in your face. It was in our face, blatant last year.
I think you could
watch. They were a horrible team, and they went 7-0.
And you think that was solely because the league was manipulating the officials to make the Chiefs win games? Really? Really? The playoff column, Indiana Jones, the Colts are for real.
Yeah.
40-6 over the Raiders. Surprisingly,
they should have beat the Rams.
Damn it. Top 10 odds now to win the Super Bowl. The Indianapolis Colts, who had that at the beginning of the season.
Still in the Temple of Doom phase.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I think you put 40 on the board against another NFL team.
Yeah.
You got to get some credit for that. Bucks. 40. Did you see Baker Mayfield getting into the argument with the Seahawks fan?
Oh, yeah.
Called him an effing P. You're going to be real effing quiet by halftime, yelling at the Seahawks guy.
Yeah.
Well,
I started Justin Fields over Baker. That was a mistake.
Yeah, Baker's probably
357 with 2 tutties.
Probably MVP of the league right now. I think.
Oh man.
If you're putting someone up against him, I would like to see
Josh Allen.
Your argument. Yeah, I think what Baker's doing.
Danny Dimes, Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
can't call him Danny Dimes no more.
Well, and I mean, even Darnold in the loss, you put 35 points on the board. Darnold had been the second. He went for 4 touchdowns as well, 300 and something yards.
The reemergence of the journeyman done left Geno Smith because he was hot garbage.
Yeah, Geno's been a disappointment in the Raiders uniform after actually being solid for the Seahawks. It appears the Seahawks actually made the right decision moving on and trading for Darnold. I think the Bucs are legit potential win the NFC good. I think the Seahawks are probably going to start falling back more into this fringe category.
Yeah.
But again, you lose 38-35 to a team that might be the best team in the NFC right now.
Still got an easy schedule. And I think the Niners have to play Indy too. So
yeah.
But, like, they still got an easy schedule. I still see them creeping into the wild card.
Elsewhere in the playoff column, Commanders. The Chargers are in a tailspin now. Yeah. Chargers lost to the Giants last week.
Their defense and Herbert, I would have put him in the MVP category, but his last 2 games have been looking a little
not good.
Got Ladd McConkey a little bit involved in the game. Quentin Johnston gave up a fumble.
Yeah, it's both sides here because the offense has got to score more than 10 points, but the defense also gave up 27 unanswered.
Yeah.
So, Commanders, I think I feel about the same way about the Chargers in the AFC as I do the Commanders in the NFC.
Yeah.
You've got Jaden Daniels, you've got Justin Herbert. You've got a chance if you can just get into the playoffs, but I think
let's see if they rebound. Because
that's what I said about the Giants. I mean, I think, we both had the Chargers in this game.
Didn't Jackson Dart go out in that game? He's on the questionable list.
In their game against the Saints.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're in the ass category, so I did no prep whatsoever for those games. Fringe category: Vikings beat the Browns. They come back to win in. England in Tottenham Stadium. They win on a last-second drive, 21-17 over the Browns.
They got a quarterback conflict.
Dylan Gabriel made his start.
Do we keep Wentz or do we go JJ? Wentz is looking a lot better.
Yeah, I think if he hadn't made the game-winning drive at the end.
But he also was running. He was also doing it with his legs. And
if you're investing a first-round pick in JJ, the only reason I might not go back to JJ immediately is if you think in practice JJ McCarthy's not ready. Because based off what we've seen so far this season, it hasn't been good. But if he's still, I would still lean more off practice reps. Who's looking better? Because I'm not ready to give up on a first-round kid for the Carson Wentz reclamation project.
But the Vikings are in I feel like they're in a win now.
Very much so. Yeah,
mentality.
14.
So I think they're going to ride the hot hand.
That's where I think especially considering, you can give McCarthy more time to come back from injury. They're coming up on their bye week.
I mean, because he had all last year with no chemistry. Like he didn't build the chemistry with, Addison and Jefferson. He only had the preseason, and then got hurt immediately. And now this year he was out of 2 games. He only has 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Jefferson was almost a non-factor, and now he hasn't got a chance to play with Addison since he came back from the 3-game.
Well, and Addison ended up getting a suspension or was benched to start the game because he was out filming an Instagram video with a British rapper.
Yeah,
and then he ends up making the game-winning catch at the end. So funny how football plays out. Lastly, in the fringe category, Texans absolutely demolished the Cooper Rush-led Baltimore Ravens. Are we
Stroud? The kid's got it. We've seen it.
Well, and outside of the Colts, who, if you're a Texans fan, I think you're respectful of what the Colts have done, but you probably still feel like you're the better overall team.
Yeah. I think the Colts win the division, obviously, because you can't go 0-4 and think you're going to pull it out unless there's an utter collapse, and I don't see an utter collapse in Indy.
Well, Texans are back to 2-3 now.
They went 0-3. Okay,
0-3, right? They avoided that 0-4 start with the win. Who was that? They smashed the Titans. 26-0. Baltimore is the one.
I think that's the one where I was like,
I think we might be done here. I think we might. Let's rest. Lamar.
Let's
rest Lamar. Let's not overwork Derrick Henry, hoping that he has one more year to come back.
Was he on a 2-year contract?
Yeah, they gave him that 2-year extension. Yeah. And then as far as the bye teams, Packers had a bye from the contender category. Steelers had a bye from the playoffs. Falcons and Bears have slid into the fringe category. They were both on bye. And then your ass games, Saints beat the Giants 26-14. Panthers beat the Dolphins on a comeback 27-24. And then the Titans come back, beat the Cards 22-21 after the DeMarcado fumble at back-to-back weeks that someone has fumbled. That
who made a movie of this?
Not somehow continues to happen across the league. Do we got any other super chats to get to before we get?
Yeah, well, Royce and Lonnie, appreciate the couple bucks.
Thank you, fellas.
Yeah, but that's about the super chats today.
Well, then let's get into some lightning rounds, shall we? Close it out with a little lightning round. I told you, now that the Yankees are winning, I thought I was going to have audio to potentially cheer you up. And so I saw this clip floating around. This is a name that you have had some difficulty pronouncing at times as he's having a breakout season so far for Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski is in the same boat as you are when it comes to trying to pronounce Mr. Egbuka in Tampa Bay. And he absolutely.
He's just He's
I think you did better than he did.
Oh, buddy.
Baker Mayfield also did it without his number one wide receiver, Mike Evans. And you got to give credit to this rookie sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka, going for over 100 yards. Emeka Egbuka. I'm getting confused. He's going lights out once again.
I love how he tried to drop the line. I'm getting confused. Like, no, you just didn't. You just absolutely
Rob,
butchered that.
You're play your part.
Going for over 100 yards.
Play your part. Just go.
Give it to me one more time.
Going for over 100. Emeka Egbuka going for.
So again, I think you've had better success rate trying to pronounce Mr. Egbuka. And again, Gronk, remember, if you don't know, just say it fast. That'll always save you.
All right, hit me, LG. All right. We have, there's some show that I'm going to have to start watching. And tell me if you've seen it. I wish I could have pulled a clip. I don't know if we're allowed to or whatnot. But Bailin' Out Loud.
Oh, no, not this again.
Oh.
Okay. I have.
She has started her tics, yes, as we're watching this girl with Tourette's. But now it has transformed to where she keeps nut-shotting
Has
her
it,
man.
though? Has it?
It could be fake, but just seeing someone get whacked in the nuts constantly, that's my type of show, bro.
Okay. So all during football season last year, they were running promos for this show, and
I'm a child. Nut shots are hilarious.
It's hilarious. Always funny. I understand.
I don't think I watch any TLC ever. But
no. And this is like the same way as Hoarders or, my 900-pound sister or whatever those shows are called. Like, it's all under this guise of we're raising awareness for Tourette's. We're raising awareness for obesity.
No, I'm laughing my ass off.
Right. You're putting me in the position where I'm watching a promo of a girl with Tourette's and I'm laughing. That's not right. That's not good. And it's not my fault, damn it.
Hey,
you're putting this crap on.
When you kick someone in the nuts or you hit him in the nuts and he's not looking and he's doubled over, I'm going to treat you like everybody else.
See,
I'm going to find that hilarious.
That's equality
and that's
for
me
you.
doing my part to make you feel welcomed with me because you're running with the crew. If you keep on hitting the crew in the nuts, dude, I'm cracking up.
I'm glad you've caught up on the.
I didn't know who it was. I just saw the thing. And I was like, and then she hits him in the nuts. She's like, I'm sorry.
See, look, maybe I don't know. It's just really interesting to me that season 1.
I didn't know there was a season, and it was like season 2 coming out now. I was like, there's another season of this.
It just feels like they might have needed a way to kind of up the content.
She does seem very sorry. So like, is she a good actor? Are you a good actor with Tourette's?
Again, these are questions I shouldn't have to be considering during NFL football on Sundays. Hit me, LG. So I also saw in the Super Chats there, Royce mentioned Let's Go Stars. Indeed, hockey is back, baby.
Time hockey?
A lot of hockey on today, eh?
So apparently if you are a back-to-back Stanley Cup champion, you have to start your season at 4:00 Central Time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because they're raising the banner at 5:00 this season on a Tuesday. Yeah,
it's like no one's doing anything at 3 p.m. on
so
a Tuesday.
ESPN's running a triple header tonight for NHL opening night. Stars don't open till Thursday, and unfortunately, their first 2 games are on the road. Tell me if these teams sound familiar. Thursday at Winnipeg at the Jets, and then I believe Monday.
What's the Jets? Which one's the Jets?
They're just the Jets.
Oh, I thought it was Winnipeg versus the Jets.
Oh, no. Winnipeg Jets, and then they travel to Colorado. So the 2 teams
Avalanche
that they eliminated in the playoffs last year, they start on the road against. And then we get our home opener next Tuesday. So that means that that Avalanche game's probably Saturday or Sunday. But Stars will get the home opener we'll probably be finishing the game about this time next week against the Wild. Yeah, I am super hyped for hockey to be back.
I think hockey is going to, what was it? Baseball postseason had a 64% increase in viewership.
That's pretty good.
Year. And I think hockey's about to have a 30, 40, 50% boost because last year's playoffs were outstanding.
Yeah, hockey feels like it's always going to be capped, at a certain regional cap that outside of southern states like Dallas, the Stars, or Florida. Mm-hmm. But what's the hockey viewership in Georgia? What's the hockey viewership in
what's the hockey viewership
Louisiana?
In anyone that doesn't have a team?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Where you're still like Wisconsin doesn't have an NHL team, but they watch a ton of hockey. Still a huge that's where I say it's like regionally locked.
Yeah.
So even parts where everyone
is mainly East Coast,
and everyone grows up playing hockey. You might not have a professional team in your market, but you're going to watch whatever the triple header is or whatever TNT has. But yeah, good to have hockey back in our life. Now we're 15 days till we get Spurs basketball, and then all will be right in this world. Hockey and basketball back.
And football.
And, of course, back.
We get the 3.
And potentially still have playoff baseball as well.
Indeed. Hit me, LG. All right. We got the Fantasy Sports Cave live fantasy football matchup recap. Adolph Oliver Bush
still gets me.
Cleans all the cream off.
Okay.
and beats the captain with the Mahomes illegal pick play, which would have turned into a Harrison Butker. Yes, I am pissed.
That's why you're so.
There's the thing.
Golly.
We are both 2-3. So, I just backed out of it. We're both 2-3. You got me, Adolph. You got me in the draft, and you got me on the.
All right, LG, we need that. You got me, Adolph.
Yeah, you got me,
Adolph.
We'll
need that.
All right. The wild card himself, Lonnie from AZ. Man, he just keeps winning, man. He's got a team, 156-121 against King Henry from the Hamptons. Man, Lonnie, you scared me, man. You know, I think me and you need to make a trade and get back that love when you got that championship in the other league. AI Overlords, 168 versus 147 under Puma's posse. Solid scoring, but the Overlords took over.
I feel like that had to be the highest scoring game.
Yeah, so far it seems like the highest scoring between both of y'all. That's just like, I mean, you were projected 104 points. Oh, he was projected 104. Puma's posse was projected 99.
Oh, so he was still
I was projected 113. You know, I'm just saying. But anyway, we got Eli Zubers.
Okay, timeout. I just realized AI Overlords has the picture of Elon Musk smoking a joint on Rogan with laser beams coming. Well done, AI Overlord.
Yes,
well done.
I love the creativity. All right, then we got Eli Zuber, who cannot buy a win, just barely losing to Tulsa State Fair, 110 to 108. Man, it's a tight. I mean, we got some front runners like Lonnie's undefeated, Puma's posse's 4-1. But we also got the Brickersall Ferguson wins again, 134 over 109 against Papayas FC. And Team Momentumers lost all that momentum to James Gang, got beat down 66 to 107.
Almost like it never existed.
Yeah, it exists. Because my momentum is crushed right now.
What was?
Because the cream is not rising to the top. The
You're...
cream is curdling. And I am on a 3-game losing streak. CeeDee Lamb, come back and help your boy. I don't ask a lot of you cowgirls, but I need you. You're OU trash. You know you are.
Hey. Oh, actually, no, it's Texas OU week. I'm with you. Yeah. Hit me, LG. A couple of local news stories. After 19 years in business at a couple different locations, unfortunately, we have to report another established countercultural business down in my neck of the woods, Webb House, closing down.
I'm telling you, there's gonna be like that's their plan down there, man. Kind of churn up all the traffic. Some hedge funds are picking up property.
Oh, big time. They want to pearl everything down there. And Webb House had been on the Strip, but then they had moved to Beacon Hill. And then, unfortunately, back in January, the owner and founder had passed away at like 50 years old, very early. And they decided now it had been temporarily closed for a while, but officially got the news that Webb House will be no mas. And then, in less unfortunate...
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh on that. I got it. James got me on the chat. Oh,
yes,
CD's just in his cocoon right now.
Yes, as I just said, the original owner passed away, but I guess that is funny. Or maybe it was.
I said I'm sorry.
Maybe it was a fact that
you want me to get on my knees?
Maybe it was a fact that a local business shut down. I guess you find that humorous as well.
Oh, man. Dude. He's going to twist the knife again, man. Just
naturally. Because now that I realize you're just pissed because you lost fantasy and you're not actually arguing.
No, but I lost fans. I didn't lose fantasy till the very end, but that would have meant everything. That would have been 6 points off. That would have been 4 points off. Buckner would have got a field goal. I would have won. Yes. I get a little passionate about my fantasy teams.
Ifs and buts and something and nuts. I don't know.
Braylon's going to hit you in the nuts.
Yeah, Braylon. That's exactly. 1,000 subbies? No. And actually something news you can laugh about, less serious closing news. The San Antonio Brahmas have decided to close up shop, or at least the UFL decided that they are moving the Brahmas out of San Antonio.
That's unfortunate, man.
Is it?
My buddy actually had
season tickets,
club season tickets.
Well, I'm sure the UFL will be super cool about refunding any money that he might have put down and they probably don't need every penny they can get out of everybody. Look, I'm mixed feelings. Like,
I know that can't be the last lightning round. You're missing something here, buddy.
No, we still got time.
Okay,
that's just local news.
Just local news.
Are you serious? Are you losing the Brahmas?
I like losing any sports thing in San Antonio because we only have one major. I'd be mad if San Antonio FC went. I would be
way more upset as
I'd be way more upset,
SAFC
but
left than the Brahmas.
I don't want to if it blows up. I think the whole league in itself is gonna go down. But the fact that we lose anything makes me upset. Even local businesses.
I hear that, but I also
bums me out.
The value of the Brahmas. First of all, the Dome is getting a lot more shows and bigger shows now. So the Brahmas are taking up potential space there. We have a football team. It's UTSA. Full support behind them before you support any semi-pro team.
True.
I do believe if the UFL allowed, and I could see this, it sounds like a pipe dream, but I could see it working out in some way in the future where maybe NFL teams can send their players down to the UF or have them play like the way MLB players play winter ball.
That's like Canada,
like Caribbean ball.
That's
Canada.
But
if
in Europe has a developmental league.
Yeah, well, not anymore. They did for a while. That's where Troy now. That's where Troy learned to be a broadcaster. If the Cowboys could send Joe Milton down to the San Antonio Brahmas after the NFL season's over, Joe, you didn't play any games. You took 5 snaps all season. We're not really exactly worried about your injury.
You just want to set it up like soccer over in England.
I just think it would be,
you get relegated.
Minor. Well, that's never going to happen with the NFL.
Yeah, I know.
But I do think like baseball, where you could send guys down for a couple games in the fall or in the spring league. Instead of, because guys like Joe Milton or, backup quarterbacks across the league, Tyler Huntley would be another.
But it's got to be the same rules, no running while you're
Again, I don't think it would ever happen. I could see it happen. It's not as crazy as I first once thought it was. Yeah. But the league, there's nothing, I'm not investing in seeing, at best you might see a Brandon Aubrey.
Yeah,
kicking in the UFL before they go to the NFL.
Kurt Warner was,
and he's the exception. He was sacking groceries while playing Arena Football League and got cut by the arena. There are absolutely always exceptions, but I don't know. The Brahmas one doesn't.
I went to MacArthur.
Doesn't set me off.
I like the mascot
that much. Fair.
Hit me, LG. One story does not seem like it's getting the press that it deserves.
The old Kyron Lacey story where the cops were trying to convince people to potentially lie under oath to frame Lacey as the cause of the crash.
We can get into social justice later.
Oh, okay. All right.
But we're getting into one, Mr. Butt Fumble.
Ah, yes, yes. What a wild-ass story.
So this Frank the Tank came out, got I guess there's a couple of stories that come out. One, it was a 69-year-old truck driver, or
did you see the pictures of what kind of shape he's in?
Mark Sanchez?
No, the 69-year-old truck driver.
Did he get his? Yeah, he got worked.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a felony put on him.
It's a 40-year-old former NFL player against a 69-year-old.
He's 36 or 38.
Sanchez is only 38?
Yeah, I think he's 38 years old. And, and then the driver...
turns 39 next month.
Stabbed his drunk ass. And he walks back in and immediately goes to jail after getting fixed up. He was actually in intensive care for a little bit. He lost a ton of blood because that alcohol thins your blood.
Yeah, and there was the video that was released of him stumbling around after the altercation where you see the blood-soaked shirt and you can tell
this guy has a good paying analyst job.
Okay, that's my question. Start with that. So this was at 12:30. This is at 12:30 Saturday night, and he's that smashed. Does that mean he's doing the game just straight hungover every week? Is this a regular? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, do you do the show hungover?
Look at me.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I mean,
I'm not saying every
there
time.
are rare exceptions, but
I've been rough, coming in here,
but we're doing that's a Fox broadcasting position.
That's a big boy job, man.
Come on now, You're out at 12:30 getting
He was
wasted.
He was at the hotel bar and shit. No. Oh man. I think if they like, I'd like to see. They might have to do a toxicology report on him because to get that wasted, I mean, you have handlers. I don't see how someone from Fox doesn't see you. Like, even if like one of my friends that I see is getting wasted working behind the bar, I'm gonna be like, look.
Yeah, is there not a coworker?
Yeah, that was like, this isn't a good look. You got to stop and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you don't think there's people that work at Fox that are at the same bar? You know,
that was what I thought.
And like, how are they not controlling him? I think he took a pill.
Well, okay, let the record show one individual on this is throwing out random, reckless allegations of.
I've just worked in a ton of bars and seen someone go from, hey, that guy looks kind of sober, to completely incoherent smash. It's always a Xanax or a Vicodin involved.
Or 6 shots in about 6 minutes.
But that's on the bartender. Like, the bartender would like...
It's Mark Sanchez. Yeah, I'm going to give him everything he wants.
First off, you don't think that's not being investigated?
Oh, 1,000% is. 1,000%.
I highly doubt a hotel, like especially a nice hotel where they put all these people at.
Sure.
Those bartending jobs are coveted.
Do you see?
Nobody's losing. No one's going to go risk it and serve some 6 shots back to back, trying to get a good tip.
Especially not for Mark Sanchez in Indianapolis.
And you don't think the hotel manager doesn't say, "Hey, we have Fox in the house tonight. You're going to see some people out here. Make sure you don't overserve them." You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think absolutely. Yeah, you're
drug test that man.
Okay, again. One side of the table is asking for that. Did you see that Dan Dockich had a response about it so bad that Jason Whitlock had to tell him, like, dude, that's a little racist. Like that.
Oh,
you gotta. Like,
was it like me?
You gotta slow down on that.
What was it in the Groot Trap? I was like, Mexicans do be stabbing.
Well, again,
am I only one of my Mexican friends on there? He's like, that's Puerto Ricans, buddy.
Yeah. Clear differentiator there. No, Dan Dockich was, as soon as the news got out, because that's the other turn of the power of where we're at as a society.
Yeah.
The story at first was Mark Sanchez has been stabbed in downtown Indianapolis, so everyone's like, "Oh, Mark's such a great guy. Poor Mark." Then
he's like, he beat up an elderly man.
Well, at that point, when we just knew the first part, then Dan Dockich went off with, again, statistics, kind of like you, like stereotype, but statistics that are true. He's like, Indianapolis has 75% fatherless black children and living in downtown urban centers. What did you expect? And it's like, whoa. Buddy, like, slow down here, right?
Oh, the crime rate in Indianapolis is outrageous.
So he went down.
Send
down
the
that
National Guard.
Went down that road, and as the story unfolded, where we learned more, like, no, Mark Sanchez just argued with a 69-year-old man about a parking space and then tried to attack him.
He's
at that point,
he's like the valet or something, being like
he's in control of where this guy. And also,
he pulled a Karen. Dude.
Did you hear what he was like? What he was picking up?
What?
The driver, the 69-year-old guy, was getting leftover oil, like restaurant fry oil, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, dude, this is a 69-year-old man at midnight 30 in downtown Indianapolis.
Just blue collar in it.
Just the most blue collar work you could possibly be doing.
And you got a drunk butt fumbler.
Exactly.
Telling you not to park here. And you're like, you get out of here.
You got to go. Dockich fires that off. And then as we get more facts about the case, just doubles, triples, quads down to the point where eventually Whitlock tells him, like, it's okay to admit you're wrong sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
you don't have to be right all the time and be like, I didn't mean it like that. I'd have been like, hey, my bad.
Yeah, like the numbers are what they are. I just assumed based off numbers, the odds were in my favor. They weren't. My bad. I messed up. But when Whitlock is telling another conservative that, hey, I think you messed up here, you probably crossed the line. We'll end it with that. Save that clip for Thursday, LG, since we are back in the room come Thursday. The Mark Sanchez facing felonies for
He's gonna get probation and he's gonna go to rehab.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I mean,
And
I
then-
don't know. Depending, the bigger payout will be. It won't be time spent behind bars. It'll be financial payout.
Jailhouse lawyer. He's gonna go to civil court. He's gonna do about 5-year probation. He might do 3 months deferred house arrest, but he's gonna go to rehab. He's gonna do the whole sorrow story. He'll be all right.
I don't think he'll be put on this headset.
He lost his job, though.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be putting on that
lost his
headset
job.
again, though. Cap, tell the good people how to get a hold of you, where to find you.
The Captain's Chair 210 on both Instagram and Twitter.
I love the consistency. Find me on X at Biggest Puma, Instagram biggest.puma. LG, when's the next stream?
Saturday.
When's the next work day?
Friday against the Yaz.
Okay,
Yes.
so we are good for Thursday.
The Yaz flutes.
Yes, we're good for Thursday.
I should have asked before I promoted. Back Thursday night during Eagles Giants. Maybe we'll have baseball to distract us. If
Go
not,
Yankees! Nah, because it'd be a.
We'll still go
pass
Yankees
game,
for
yes.
one more inning.
At least you don't have to see me have a conniption.
It's the only time
fit.
I'm going to say that. Y'all be good. Peace. See you Thursday.
See ya.
Kids, what do we say about drugs?
Only thugs use drugs. They don't do drugs.
Yeah!